Hi, chat. Hope everyone's having a good day, good night, good evening. Already losing my voice, and we just started.
It wouldn't be a Mizu stream without that.
Yeah, isn't that true? Isn't that true?
But chat, we have another video courtesy of Kendra. So I know you're all very excited for Kendra's selection of content. After last week.
Fault. It's not my fault. I blame the economy.
Wait, what?
It's also important to note that Kendra routinely finds videos of black people having terrible anime opinions.
It's not my fault. You guys keep recommending black YouTubers that are just really terrible in their opinions. I know a lot of black YouTubers that actually have good opinions, but the ones that are really, really bad don't know how to edit past posting anime clips back to back.
Yeah, but their names are Kendra, and that's the one with the good opinions.
But chat, as revenge for what Kendra has done to us and done to me, I'm going to share with Kendra and Ryan, because Ryan's here, a little video I was subjected to today. And we're not watching the whole video, because it's 3 hours. But I picked 2 spots in the video that I think are very important for understanding the context, right? So the title of the video is Inescapable is the worst game I've ever played, and I'm making that your problem now. Inescapable, from what I've gathered as somebody who has not played it, don't push buttons yet.
Oh, this is what you were tweeting about.
Yeah, this was advertised as some kind of Danganronpa-like, to a degree, and it is just, quite frankly, not what it is. I think you entered Zim asked for the super. Royan, why are you here? Run, you fool. Actually, no, stay. Kendra and Mizu require company for their misery. So, what I gathered is it advertised itself as a Danganronpa-like. It is kind of shit at doing that. The story's pretty terrible. The voice acting is horrendous, and that's kind of where we're going to start with it. So you guys get an idea of what kind of game we're talking about before we get into the other part.
Prepare for trouble and make it double. My! And what a diverse cast!
This is not for his video. This is the in-game audio.
I thought it was gonna make...
Just so we're clear.
Make my mom. I thought that was female muscle mom. Muscle
Imagine a cheap streaming service! Someone give us a trophy already! Say, sis, what do you think of them? Why? Wanna place a bet on who survives? You don't think... Let's not play favorites just yet.
There is no God.
Our viewers can choose, and we'll go from there. But we get to use the nukes, right? Maybe later. Ready? Fine! Lights! Camera! Action!
There is no God.
It's so bad in like different ways.
Also, I'm happy that we get to the part where we get to see John Everyman. This guy here on the left side of the screen. This is our main character.
He looks worse than Makoto Naegi.
His name is Harrison, and he is a British bus driver because we needed to be as specific as humanly possible. So, chat, you would think this is a very, very easy game to take down and be like, wow, guys, like, this game was absolutely shit. I can't believe they produced something like this. So let's skip ahead to my favorite part of this video, the part I tweeted about for people who did not get to see my tweet. About right here. It's almost at the end of the video, so if for whatever reason you want to play this shitty Danganronpa-like, spoilers, I guess.
Oh my god.
But I hope you're excited to hear his...
Day 111. Oh.
This is his almost penultimate point that, like, really drives his video home.
really reinforces some shitty narratives about queer people being dangerous. The most notable of these, and the one I want to hone in on, is that Gio's violence is said to stem from his desire to be a real man, to prove his masculinity through fucking women and brutalizing men. There's something genuinely deeply harmful about the idea that when it comes to homophobes, it's always all just projection. That homophobic and transphobic bigots are just a bunch of closet cases who lash out due to their own insecurity. The reason this is so harmful is that it pins the blame for bigotry on the victims of that bigotry. The idea that the loudest homophobes must secretly be gay themselves, which has been used to make a lot of cishet bigots think they're actually not homophobic or transphobic because they aren't saying it out of some sort of defensiveness. The reality is that, yeah, some homophobic or transphobic politicians, preachers, and other public figures have eventually been exposed for being queer themselves. But overwhelmingly, homophobia and transphobia come from people who are not queer, because fucking duh. It comes from cisgender, heterosexual people who hate queer people for any number of reasons. And this portrayal of Gio does double
I've lost my will to exist. All right, I'm head out. I'm head out.
I sat through 3 hours of this shit, by the way.
Oh god, my ears.
Apparently, we need to subject you for 3 hours more. Because what was that?
Yeah. So the tweet I made is, and this is heavily paraphrasing what he says, but it is essentially, like, at its core, what he says is gay people, like bigots and misogynists or whatever, are not that way because of their upbringing or because of their own personality flaws. They're actually that way because they're cisgender and heterosexual. And they just want to be bad people.
Oh my god.
Fair enough. All right.
I think we've lost the plot. I think we lost the plot.
We had a plot.
And, like, the concept of the character on screen is that he's, like, from an Italian mob family. He's, like, canonically in the game, he's over 50 years old. And he's, like, severely repressed his homosexuality for his whole life. And he even, like, in this conversation he's talking about, he's basically like, I just saw, like, other guys around me being, like, toxic, so I just emulated that because I didn't know how I was supposed to act with women, because I didn't have, like, the same feeling towards women that they did. And his takeaway from this reveal is, oh, they're just making excuses for cisgender heterosexual men to be homophobic. It's like, what does that mean?
He literally said he didn't know how to act. That's literally the whole. Oh my gosh. I think media literacy ran out the door. It didn't even leave the room. It just ran out the door straight to a window and then dive bombed out of.
I'm starting to think more and more each day we've never had media literacy.
I wish I had marked it, which I should had, because I just didn't think about it before stream. But towards the end of the video, he complains about all of the gay characters. Here, he's got a screenshot of everybody together at the end. Can I not remove that from this?
Both what works and what doesn't. Otherwise, you should check out the video I put out recently about the study I conducted where I gaslit, gatekept, and girl bossed my audience for science. Both videos will show up on screen shortly, or you can click the cards that just popped up. This
no, there's a Kendra there.
How video games distort people's perceptions of real world resources in the members' choice.
Move your shit out of the screen. There it is. So this is almost all the characters in the game. There is currently one missing, but basically everybody but 3 people is some form of gay. The only one that's not is main character Chan, who surprisingly is not allowed to get with any of the male love interest. I think guy here in the cycling uniform is not gay. Sombra here is non-binary, very publicly. And I believe lady with the child here was not gay.
Question, is the maid over there, which looks a lot like Kendra, if Kendra was, hit with the bleach sticks?
She is retarded.
What is Kendra?
Here, we can actually play specifically her section because he gets very upset at her section.
Really?
Oh, that's okay. Maybe this game is garbage, but
here, if I zoom in, can I maybe get like a better click on it?
genuinely deserves better in this game, and is the only one I will outright say is the victim of malicious writing at the hands of the developers. Everyone else sucks in ways that I think are inherent to their characters and can't be fixed, but Ani is the game's punching bag at every turn. The 19-year-old Swedish maid is effectively Kurimi Tojo with bigger boobs and a developmental disability. And if that sounds horrible, which it does, that's how the game fucking describes her. Her official in-game bio notes that she refers to herself in the third person as the result of a, quote, developmental disability, and it's heavily implied that she spent time in a psych ward that drove her insane on top of this. She has a picture-perfect memory at most times, although it starts to slip if she's struggling with something, and she'll start slipping up and referring to herself in the first person occasionally if she's under pressure or trying to hide a secret. She is infantilized at every turn, with other characters treating her like a child who's too stupid to understand them, much less smart enough to be an equal member of the group. She's usually talked over or ignored in group meetings, people make gross sexual comments to her, and Ava and Harrison openly speculate about whether she's secretly a trans woman at one point because of how she looks. Beyond that, she's just expected to cook and clean for everyone else. She makes their meals, she cleans the whole island, and she's responsible for managing food orders from producers. She is objectified in the most literal sense when she's turned into a human security camera who's meant to use their perfect memory to identify when the producers have meddled with things on the island, but isn't really treated as part of the actual plot to overthrow the producers aside from her utility. It's genuinely just really shitty and ableist throughout the game in a way that's honestly shocking the first time you experience it, and just
I would like to remind you, we're playing like a shitty Danganronpa-like, and for people who have not played Danganronpa, it's about a bunch of kids murdering each other and trying to get away with it.
You know, This is really ironic because you can tell she's supposed to be Mikon Tsukimi, who is the ultimate nurse who basically fulfills the same purpose, but has more like of an active role in the story. The problem is like, I could understand if you're talking about Mikon, but even then she has a lore reason. This guy just feels really mean to this character. Even if you don't like her, it's like, guys, calm down. It's a game. It's a character.
He also goes really hard on this character, Valerie. And he's like, you could tell exactly who she's supposed to be from Danganronpa because she's blonde hair and has twin tails and she's rich.
I mean, I'll give him one credit. He should. She's French.
Most people in Danganronpa are rich, okay? And I get it. You don't like Hyoko, but like, who cares?
The thing that threw me off when he was talking about this is he attributes her look to Danganronpa. But I'm like, you realize blonde-haired, twin-tails, rich girl is almost like an anime trope. It's not like specifically Danganronpa did that. It is somewhat of an anime trope in itself. To have the blonde-haired twin drills girl. Like, that's...
It's literally a thing. It's a rite of passage.
Well, you see, Danganronpa did it, so it's copying, even though I'm playing a Danganronpa copy.
He attributes basically every character to be a Danganronpa copy, except for Sombra, who he gets, again, very upset with Sombra, which is Sasha.
There's a lot.
And he's like, as an Overwatch player, I can tell you this is literally just Sombra. And I'm like, I mean, sort of.
I mean,
kinda. It's generic gamer girl.
Who cares? It's still a pretty cool design. In fact, I kind of wish Danganronpa had a design like this. So
my complaint, it is quite literally modern generic gamer girl. If people need one,
yeah.
Oh,
but where I was going with it. So he complains at the end that out of the 11 characters, 6 of them are confirmed gay. And he gets upset that in the game's multiple different routes, across all of the characters, at least 5 of the gay characters actively kill somebody in the different routes. And he's like, this is portraying gay people as like violent and hateful and blah, 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 blah.
So you're mad that the Danganronpa clone, Danganronpa.
Yes, basically. And the thing is, he's like, it's not something they do with their straight characters. It's like, what are you talking about? So to like skip through everything, the only characters that in every path do not kill anybody are main character, and if I can get a picture of her, she should be this girl, Maria, who is main character's friend throughout the game, like canon friend character. They are the only 2 that don't kill anybody in any route, and this is a gay girl. Which, by the way, just gets kind of dumped on you at the end, just so they have an excuse for her not to be with the main character. And they're just like, yeah, no, actually, she's lesbian.
Again, you're upset that the Danganronpa game Danganronpa. What did you expect?
Yeah. Like, it's such a wild video. And the thing is, you can tell from the start that this game is hot fucking garbage. And I'm just like, how did you fuck up taking down a hot garbage game? Like, there's so much shit you could have complained about, but instead you're like, ew, they portrayed gay people in a bad light, and I really don't like that this one character's a bit misogynistic. Can you believe they killed somebody?
Can you believe
they killed somebody who's gay?
Can you believe they killed someone in a Danganronpa clone?
Like, he glosses over this guy, right? Who, by the way, is just not gay, which is mind-blowing.
Bro, he likes waffles, though. He must hate pancakes.
Yeah, like, he's not gay. And he has the most, like, brutal kill in the game because he really, for some reason, hates religious people. So the semi-misogynistic guy, Gio, he takes Gio drugged up to the top of a volcano and then crucifies him, like, on a cross and everything, because he thinks it's, like, a hilarious symbolic thing to crucify the Catholic.
Wow.
And he is a straight character in this game, and he glosses over that. Meanwhile, the deaths that the gay characters do is, like, one of them does a generic stabbing, because Danganronpa. One of them poisons a couple people. One of them, it's not really explained how they killed them at all. They just did.
Well, you see, Mizu, he's killing somebody he didn't like.
It's just, I watched through the whole 3 hours of this, and I was like, holy shit, this is dumb. I don't know how you fucked this up.
But you killed the gay character. Listen, I said this. I can't even say I said this. I just don't understand people. I don't understand people who get upset about that. It's like, yeah, you want to be diverse. Guess what? If you have a cast that is diverse based on a game known for death or known for blah 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 blah, it's like you're getting upset at old man upset at Cloud. That's literally what it is.
Basically. Also, right here, these are the two girls that were speaking in the start.
Oh. Only one of them was good.
The one up top is the one that people were saying was overacting.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
This is why you get voice acting.
She's just got like a tank top that says murder on it.
They literally did do the whole. They tried to pull the Danganronpa one thing with Junko and her sister, where the one's more normal, but they're both insane.
Not only that, they wanted to clearly do. I'm not sure if they looked too deep into it, but Junko cannot, like, in the games, she has two voice actresses, the same voice actress as Genocide Jill, and then of course her own voice actress. The problem is that the reason why they work is because you got to be careful with overacting the already psycho character, because you're just going to kind of pull back and be like, all right, settle down.
Yeah.
Another thing, like, it's one of those things, like, I hate that I have to agree with somebody that something is bad when you got it, when all the reasons you say it's bad is wrong. So Ryan noticed up in the top section, there's a day counter. And at one point, there was day 111. So this is something he's going to say, like, all throughout the video is, oh, it was 180 days. It didn't have to be 180 days. That's just, like, way too long. And it's just because the two girls say that they're going to be on the island for 6 months. And he repeatedly says they're going to make you play through all 180 days individually. And he just constantly says it over and over again. Then we get about, like, halfway through the video, and he finally starts adding a little context to that. And he's just like, oh, they're going to make you play through all 180 days. I mean, you could tell they didn't know what to do with all 180 days, because sometimes they skip a couple days, sometimes they skip a week, one time they skip a month. You play
180 days!
Yeah.
I kind of think this guy's just dumb.
Yeah. He, like, repeatedly said, they made you play through a whole 180 days, and they didn't know what to do with them, so sometimes they skipped a month. You're not playing through that month then, are you? He also points out that the longest day count of any of the routes is 150. None of the routes actually get to the full 180 days.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And it's like,
so we're just making stuff up.
Yeah, like, I don't understand why you would, like, why are you, like, lying about this the whole time? It's weird.
Because
Like,
if I told the truth, then you wouldn't be watching this 3-hour video now, would you?
Did you guys know Kingdom Hearts 365 days over 2 is actually played 365 days over 2 days? They
Yeah.
definitely did not skip days in the middle. Except when they ran out of content, they skipped days.
And then like there's like some other like random little things he throws in here, which I'm like, I kind of agree with you, but you're such an ass about it. I kind of want to not agree with you. Like, there's 4 different canon routes, and they don't actually tell you how you're getting put into those routes. It comes like with talking with people, with doing certain actions, and he repeatedly complains, well, they're not giving me like an indicator telling me like how close I am to one route or the other. I'm like, I mean, maybe that would be helpful, but at the same time, I don't really give a shit. That kind of ruins the surprise. Like, if you talk to a character and the first thing that happens is, you're on the greed route. Well, now it feels kind of dumb, because now I know that this shit's happening. And it feels very gamey.
I think 999 did it the best, where once you beat a route your first time through, you can go back to diverging route point. Like, once you beat the game, it's fine. It's cool. Who cares? Go back and do it. And then to get the truest ending, you have to do all the routes, which was fine.
The only thing I like agreed with him on regarding the routes is that apparently to get the true route, you have to actively avoid everybody.
That's
crazy.
Dumb.
Because there are multiple characters that if you talk to them, it immediately gives you 1 point in one of the routes just by speaking to them.
That's crazy.
Aww.
So it's one of those things like, wow, you could have some valid points here about this being a really stupid game that made a lot of mistakes. But you're fucking it up because like you're so mad at it for whatever perceived slight you think it has that you just keep saying like dumb shit constantly.
Yeah.
Well, you see, you don't understand his level, Mizu. You are clearly doing a lot better than he is. In fact, I don't even think you're reviewing the game right.
Yeah.
You got to understand his level. You got to understand his intellect.
He almost made me want to sit down and go purchase this just to play through it once and be like, yeah, no, you fucked up all of it. The only reason I wouldn't is the company that produces it, Axis, the publisher, has required the game to be $50.
No. No.
He also gets that wrong. He's like, oh, one of the defenses I see of this game in regards to the price point is that the publisher forced them to make it $50. And you can't just blame the publisher for things like that. It's like, yes, you can. That's literally the publisher's decision.
I will blame the publisher for a lot of things, especially when they're in the wrong.
It's like that people just excuse all the problems with the game with the publisher. It's like, well, the only problem you've told us is the price point, which, by the way, is in fact the publisher's problem. That was a thing that happened in No Man's Sky as well. The publisher said it is required to be this amount.
But Mizu, if we make the publisher take credit for things that they totally didn't do,
then we can't harass the developers.
Also, thank you, Internet Zen Master, for the supers. It says, I immediately like the crazy lady who wants to use the nuke. They sound like fun. And Naruto Sexy no Jutsu is literally a blonde with twin tails. This is not just a Danganronpa thing. Also, some of the most famous serial killers were gay. What is he on about? Yeah, he insists all through that ending part of the video that, like, it's not like a thing that a lot of the worst homophobes aren't repressed gays. And he's like, it's putting out like a bad message to tell people that some of the most repressed some of the most homophobic people are just repressed gays. Well, I mean, it's true. I don't know what you want us to say about that. That's just like a fact of life.
yeah.
Well, you see, the reality is not everybody's like that. And we have to cater to the majority instead of calling out the fact that this was a thing that happened. Because if we do that, that would make us accountable. That would make people to be held accountable.
I feel like he's coping for something.
Yeah.
Possibly seething.
You could say. He might be repressed.
True, bestie.
He also at one point complains that apparently there's like a spa and you can get some like semi-lewd CGs of the girls naked in the spa. And I'm like, are you just gay? Why are you complaining about naked women? I don't get it.
Oh
Now I can look past murder and homophobia, but I cannot stand naked women.
Yeah,
I understand this is a fake and Rampa clone where literal children are murdering each other, but that fan service, I can't stand
So
it.
far, when I've looked at it, every single one of those ages, not a single person on this island is a kid.
oh yeah, no, everybody's an adult. Like, this girl's 22. Annika, I believe, was the youngest, the maid girl. Because she's
She was
23.
19. Yeah.
Annika's the youngest at 19.
Yeah.
Well, you see, it's weird that we have to murder. I don't understand people in Danganronpa Phantom anymore. You know what?
Also, so Gio is like a perfect example of the guy here has no idea, like the most blatantly telegraphed reveals in the world, because Gio gets revealed as gay like almost at the end of the game, which is why he's talking about it at the end of the video. And he plays clips from his live stream where he's playing this with his followers, and he's like, okay guys, let's guess what Gio's big secret is. And they're making up like all these crazy theories, and he's like, you know what'd be really funny is if Gio was gay. I'm like, you realize, like, that's the most blatantly obvious route to go. Like, have you not picked up on it yet?
That's what they
Not only that, look at his literal likes. Old-fashioned values, fame and fortune, fashion. He looks straight out of, what is it? Legally Blonde.
Also, yes, chat here, I'll scoot Kendra over. But yeah, there's the VTuber in the corner. It was in fact a VTuber video.
Can you attach me to Kendra's head?
Why would I do that?
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm small enough to be on Kendra's head.
I don't want to do that, though. It's just going to make more problems. From G's19, a literal child, you pedo. He does get, like, really upset over Annika constantly.
Annie is from Sweden. Annie is 20 soon. Annie likes fika and goodies.
Annika is
Aw, she's adorable. I love her.
Oh,
Hates Annika.
she's precious. She's full of chromosomes.
He hates Annika so much. It just constantly talks about
cute.
she's like offensive to people with like mental disabilities because she says that she has a mental disability.
I bet you this guy has 0 mental disabilities, but he wants to speak about them though.
Chat, as somebody with a mental disability called an older brother, I truly understand her plight.
Yeah, he says he gets pissed because a character calls her trans. He never shows us that scene, by the way. So I would have to buy the game to find it. Like, I have no idea where that happens. The only time he shows us any character saying anything is Giovanni when he meets Sasha for the first time. Sasha tells him about her being non-binary, and he goes, "You look like a girl, I call you girl." And he gets so bent out of his shape about that. And I'm like, he's like a 50-year-old man in the canon of this game. That sounds like some shit a 50-year-old boomer from Italy would say. Like, why are you so upset?
This game is not progressive, and despite showing how some people are unprogressive, I'm mad that they're showing the unprogressive people are unprogressive.
Yeah.
I'm already cooked. This is even what the evening is about. I'm just cooked. I like this. I just like this person on principle.
Exactly. He also gets kind of upset with this character, who's Finnish, because they don't utilize her being black enough.
But
I'm sorry?
Excuse me?
Yeah, he's like, having a black character from like a predominantly white country could open up some like interesting discussions, but they just never explore that.
Kendra. As a presumably black woman, and me as a presumably black man.
Yes.
Does that person even? Yes. Besides their skin color, do they look black?
No. They
Thank
don't
you.
even sound black. They're from the UK.
Right? Look, and this is a
All
thing.
these UK people.
This is a real thing that I have to explain to people. Yes, we have more than the two hairstyles, the Killmonger hairstyle, the fade, and the fro. But generally speaking, very rarely do we have straight. Well, doing like a lot of process, do we have straight hair like this?
Yes. Now you can get away with it though because it's like anime and stuff. Like who
Yeah,
cares?
we let it slide. But it's like I'm like,
My thing is, it's like this guy. Listen. I don't dislike the UK. I dislike UK people. I dislike UK people because they always freaking pretend they're like, guys, we gotta stand up for the minority, and it's like you're one of the reasons why we have minorities.
literally the problem.
Be like, why aren't they addressing the problem? You made the problem in the first place like 100 years ago.
It's the Dave Chappelle joke when all the gay guys driving goes, "Don't worry, folks, we'll navigate us through these hard times. Hell, we made these hard times."
But yeah, chat. I watched through all 3 hours of this today, and kind of wanted to kill myself by the end of it.
Mizu, I salute your dedication.
Oh, yep, there it is. There's where they decide they're going to crucify him.
Oh, that's a lot less. Oh, that's much worse anime than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Party.
It's worse because it's like
6 a.m. without Isak. He followed closely behind. Lumi then
what is
tried
this
to steal it from
music?
the body, but she didn't know where it was.
Where's the body?
Harrison, Annika, and Lumi find Gio's body.
Lumi pretended to examine the body and scratched part of the L. Then proceeded to give me a false hour of death to correspond with their alibis. Taking every opportunity to frame Dan and
you.
They returned the wheelbarrow using Lumi's patrol and discarded and dismantled the crucifix. They also hastily tossed the sugar on the jungle floor before the room searches.
After that, it was just a matter of watching how well their plan fooled us.
See, Lumi fell for Isaac, who's somehow fucking Lothario in this game, and they worked together to poison Giovanni because it turns out he was secretly a diabetic who never actually used his blood sugar monitor to check and see if he needed more insulin, and just went based off of vibes. Somehow, Isaac and Lumi found out about this, so they asked the producers to send them an insane amount of corn under the guise that it was for a pagan Nordic Christmas ritual of some sort, which the two of them used to produce a sugar alternative that would make Gio think he'd eaten a bunch of sugar and needed an insulin injection, but which would actually lead him to basically overdose on insulin, making him drowsy and vulnerable. Lumi and Isaac found him in the sauna, piled him into a wheelbarrow, and wheeled him up to the top of the island through a secret passageway. Oh, right, there's also a secret passageway that Lumi, Isaac, Sasha, Francisca, and I think even Mia knew about, but nobody would tell you about. And that takes you all the way to the very top of the volcano. They kept him prisoner in a lab underneath there for a week while Lumi performed sadistic experiments on him, stabbing and slashing him and then making sure he didn't die so she could just see what happens. After about a week, the man was nearly dead, and Isaac decided that a fitting way to kill the Catholic, again, Isaac hates the church in case you forgot, would be to fucking crucify him at the top of the mountain. And Lumi goes along with this. They try to do it, but they fuck.
See, he like completely skims over like Lumi's part in this. He's like, oh, Lumi goes along with this. Yeah, she was torturing him for days.
Can we get over the fact that this is very inaccurate to a black woman because black women love the Christianity?
Yeah.
Not only that, but they're like even going over that sequence. There are like 50 other things to complain about just in that one sequence alone. How they did the final conclusion for like going over like the torture and stuff. How they kept. This is the reason why Danganronpa doesn't add voice sound effects because it's so freaking distracting, and they have high-paced music because that music was literally sounded like you could put it in like a Domino's game.
Yeah. Also, thank you, Anano, for the super, not an anime video, but there's a book critic who made a video claiming that the reason women have a grape fantasy and POCD is because of all the not safe for work scenes in women's books. I would hate to watch that one, but if the people want it, I will watch it.
Andrew, your opinions.
Sign me up. I need to watch this with you. so I can bang my head weekly.
How long is it?
Oh, so this is one of the routes, by the way, where Mia, your friend character, dies, because what they do with Isaac and Lumi is they put them in like solitary confinement, and they're just like, we'll just leave them in there for the 180 days, and then we'll, I don't know, let them out and they'll go home. Even though you know for a fact that they just fucking murdered Gio in like a horrific way.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So what happens is the 3 of the other remaining characters that aren't you and Mia decide that they're going to poison these 2 and do like this whole retarded like gas mask thing.
Based.
Even though they've all teamed up together and the only people left that aren't in prison are you and Mia. But on quote unquote accident, they put some of the poison in your drink. Genuinely on accident. So why is Mia dying? Well, Mia decided that yours looked bigger than hers, and she couldn't have that, so she swapped them when you weren't looking. And she drank the poison.
You know what? Serves her right for touching my food.
This really is Danganronpa if it was just badly written.
I think my favorite part is it's also not the best. I'm not gonna like be like, oh, you're bad art, but look, Danganronpa looks pretty good.
This looks like a Digimon game.
A little bit, yeah. It's
right?
Digimon Survive.
It's like, well, we can't rip off Danganronpa because that would mean hiring just the
Actual
artists. We'd have to hire like Kodaka off of Twitter, and I don't think he's gonna do that. So,
Bro's gonna give us a side eye.
The thing is, the game is hella stupid, but they just he gets like all the points wrong, in my opinion. Like he gets hung up on the dumbest shit.
But if we don't get hung up on the dumbest crap, why can't I make the video 3 hours?
Also, yes, chat, the game was meant to get a sequel. In the canon true ending, I don't know if it'll pop up like here at the end or if it's too far. So everybody's favorite character, Isaac, meets up with the 2 girls and proposes them to do a rerun of this game, but in Siberia.
Yeah, it would probably fly there, actually.
Okay, I see what they were trying to do. So of course they're doing the whole Mukuro Junko thing. Oh my gosh.
I hate the fact that I'm pretty sure I've seen the low on the left in porn.
They look like Bratz characters too.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that.
It's like a mix of Bratz and Monster High, specifically Bratz babies.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bratz babies characters.
Oh, it just occurred to me. I don't think we've actually heard Isaac talk. Here, you guys are gonna love his voice.
Desperate? How pedestrian.
We
No.
better decisions.
That is not the voice I would have given this guy.
I'm just listening.
Yes, yes! A killing game would have worked with little kids. Who knows? But most importantly, we all learned our lessons here.
Yes, with every ending comes a lesson. Sassy's making me break the 4th wall! I've told you already, we're not breaking any walls for now.
Good.
Oh, I hate that.
Because we could all benefit from a 2nd season. And I think it's time to change the Master of Ceremonies.
One that he wants a role in.
Is this that meme where it's literally where the guy, what's his name?
Someone said in chat, you say that guy isn't supposed to be gay.
So
He's straight.
In one of the only routes where he gets paired up with anyone, he's actually fucking the chick with the murder on her shirt.
I
And
wouldn't be surprised.
she's actively rigging the game in his favor because they're fucking.
I'm not. I mean, considering that he looks like that emo boy that, and these 2 girls look like they be his arm candy, I don't doubt it. Also, I like the fact that you can clearly tell he's trying to mimic J. Michael Tatum, the voice of Sebastian from Black Butler, but it sounds so bad and forced.
It really does.
Yeah.
I'm losing the will to live again.
guys, this is what happens when we make Danganronpa but adults. I think we'll stick to the high schoolers.
So I want to point out that what bothers me here is, you're right. He literally could have just made fun of the game for hours and not decided to be like, how many retards do we have on the stream? Do you have a number?
I don't know. I will say though, that, like, there's a good portion of the video where he just whines that one of the character apparently says faggot a lot.
Yeah. Fair.
He constantly whines about Giovanni being a misogynist. Constantly whines about what girl actually says it. I think it might be Ava that says it a lot. I can't remember.
She looks like she knows all the slurs. What the heck?
It's either her or Francisca. One of them says faggot a lot, and it very upsets him. Apparently, in reference to Annika specifically, a lot of them say retard. That also upsets him a lot. He doesn't say what they say, and he doesn't show any clips of them saying it, but he specifically says everyone uses ableist slurs towards Annika. I'm like, okay, so they said retard. Like, you don't have to say what it is. I know what you're talking about. They're calling her retard.
I'm losing the will to live every day.
I just love it. He's like, man, I can't believe the sexist character is sexist. I can't believe the gay character said gay words. Oh my gosh.
It's
almost like the world is a diverse place.
Go crazy.
It'll do things that you don't like.
Chat saying the hard R. It's the big R chat, retard.
The big R.
Please let Ava be the one to have said all the slurs. She looks like she says all the slurs.
Is this game based or woke? So from everything he shows, it's so fucking woke. But he doesn't realize that, because all he can see is this game has literally everybody gay, and all of the gay people are bad in this killing game.
I think everyone is generally pretty bad in this game.
Yes.
You can tell it's woke because everyone's in a... Because was it what some people try and preach about in Danganronpa is, I think it's kind of weird that all the characters are teens and they should be adults. And then, of course, plot stuff happens and it's like, it's okay, guys, they're adults technically. And it's like, shut up. This is a kid.
No, shut up, you.
Oh my gosh.
Why is he mad? This is the game he wanted.
This is literally the game we wanted.
Chat, I'm aware the game is $50.
This is like that one time someone tried to make a Yandere simulator clone and then make everyone black and gay and diverse, and then they're like, hey, wait a minute, this is a game about killing a bunch of black, gay, diverse people.
Do you remember the hentai cover with the girl in like the weird pink suit? And she was wearing the really dark black leggings. So somebody was like, she should be a black woman. And they just dyed her skin black.
Oh my god.
And somebody was like, congratulations. You made the sex slave black.
No, I remember that.
I remember that.
Did he beat the game in under 2 hours? Apparently it took him 20 hours.
Wow.
I mean, you can't do that. It's a Danganronpa clone. Danganronpa's long. I can't imagine a clone being any shorter.
As somebody that's played Danganronpa, I figured it out. I was built different, apparently.
He also he like constantly complains about like there's nothing to do except to like have useless conversation with people. I'm like, it's kind of the point of these kind of games. Like, it's if you don't care about the characters, you're not gonna like the game. The point of the game is to get to know the characters, so then you're freaking the fuck out when they start dropping like flies.
And murdering each other.
That's the whole point of Danganronpa 2, to get to know the characters. Like, you don't just go from murder to murder. You talk with the characters in between this game is literally Super Danganronpa 2. Because it's literally got the island and everything, and Super Danganronpa 2 is the most popular. You are literally having fun, collecting collectibles, talking with the cast, and then a murder happens, and then plot after plot after plot happens. What is this guy? Does this guy just not? He's like, everything is attributed to Danganronpa. Well, it just sounds like you don't like Danganronpa either.
Do you want me to ruin your day even more, though?
No.
So, chat, we can obviously see him in the corner here, right? His VTuber model. You know, it looks pretty decent, all things considered, right? And not terrible. So here, let me let me show you what he's updated to. Because this video was a year ago.
Oh no.
It's gonna be cursed. It's gonna be cursed. It's gonna be cursed.
Closing my eyes so that I can have full impact.
Oh no!
Oh!
How did you make it worse? It's literally worse. It's literally worse.
Come on, chat. What do you think? Upgrade, downgrade, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Downgrade in every possible way.
Because it needs to be greater than 12.5%, not just exactly 12.5%.
I don't like making fun of people's models.
Legislative elections saw them.
However, I took exception to this. Oh my gosh. This is definitely someone who jumped on
saying it's Sylvie.
I didn't know Sylvie was had a YouTube channel.
I'm not saying a word. I can't say anything.
It really does look
Did
like
she do a redo on the video I was watched today?
Oh my god, no. Mizu, it looks like you've got a new video to watch.
The thumbnail is all the characters from it.
No, he cut down to 42 minutes.
The original cutscene. So really suffers from a lack of an editor who could wrangle the story into something a bit more coherent at points.
Okay, pause.
What?
What's he saying about 999? That game is fucking good. It's a good ass game. It's a good ass game.
He probably likes them. He seems to like most visual novel type games based on what's on his channel.
Oh, I like the drip of the main character in 999. He actually looks. It's a very powerful pose of outfit.
Where's the one? She has a video titled "Uh-oh, I gave myself body dysmorphia with my VTubing model."
Oh no. You know what, chat? He doesn't have a scepter ring.
What are some of these videos? Mythical Pokemon are a bad idea that's only gotten worse with time.
Huh?
The defense of V3. Isn't V3 Ultra Despair Girls?
V3 is the third Danganronpa game. Ultra Despair Girls is the spin-off game.
Okay.
People like the cast of V3, and some of the murders that happen in V3 are brutal. The ending is debatable, though.
Biting the wax. What does it mean to fall for queer baiting?
How do you fall for queer baiting if you can tell? How can you tell it's queer baiting?
He has like a million videos on Overwatch, by the way.
You know what? That explains the avatar. Never mind. I think I want my generic anime boy back.
The Pinkertons and how games rewrite history.
Is this guy a plant?
Industry plant.
Drag queens, VTubers, and gestures privilege.
Industry plant. We did a freeze up plant.
Oh, I forgot. That was so he has a video on this. What does representation look like? And he's got a picture of, what the fuck is her name? Venture from Overwatch. Which a lot of people have seen Venture by now because she looks like a fucking moron. He mentions in the video I was telling y'all about that he really likes Venture from Overwatch and thinks she's fantastic non-binary representation.
How is this Venture character?
Have you never seen Venture from Overwatch?
I don't watch Overwatch.
You're not missing out.
Oh, it's that new character. I think her 3D model is ugly, and all the 2D art is probably the best way she's ever gonna look.
I mean, she's not new anymore.
Oh.
God, he's got like he's got so many videos on Overwatch. What's up with media about killing kids in video games? And
No, that's just everything there.
it's got Danganronpa on the front, obviously.
Because we had media already about killing adults, and people are like, well, what's more sad than watching adults die? Watching kids who have their futures ahead of them die. That's it. That is really not that hard.
One I want to watch and probably complain about is he has one called Spike Chunsoft and Telling Unhinged Stories.
Oh no.
Oh.
I love Spike Chun.
Yes, I love them, but I'm not sure this guy's gonna do a good job.
Thank you, Artemis, for the 2. Lonk the VTuber. It's so funny.
Don't compare this man to Lunk. We love Lunk.
Anyways, we gotta get on Kendra's video here. I'm sorry I took you guys down that.
I don't feel like we have to. I mean, we can just go back to that rabbit hole. Believe it.
But this was Kendra's recommended video. I will also say, chat, that next week me and Kendra might not watch a video. We might spend the whole time talking about Sword Art Online and its recent resurrection.
Yes. So this video. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you just go. You go on, because Kendra found this video, so Kendra knows the context.
So this video was released recently, but this was not the video I originally found. It was a different video he posted called "Why are Black People Feared in Nerd Culture?" And I did not pick that video, even though it was a very easy target, because what was supposed to be a nerd video was actually a disguised nerd video just to talk about white supremacy for like over 15 minutes. And I'm just nerd culture like comes in for like probably like a minute and then disappears to talk about more white supremacy.
Which we might watch that one after this.
Oh my gosh. If I had a nickel for every time someone talked about blackface and how it connects to anime, you're gonna forget by the end of that video that it's even supposed to be talking about nerd culture, because again, it comes in for like a minute and then just doesn't come back. So we picked the fan service one instead because it's really, really, really stupid. This is a really stupid video.
Fair enough. Let's learn.
Service. We can all agree this is a little outdated, right? Talking about fan service.
We haven't even started yet. First lines out of his mouth. Fan service. This is a little outdated, right? What the fuck?
My brain broke when you said that.
I just sat down.
Like, it's like sitting down to like a dinner with your family. Go, so about them politics. Like, it's been 5 minutes, Dad. It's been 5 minutes.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? Literally, look, 3 seconds into the video, and I'm just like,
okay, no, it's like YouTube video. Oh, I'm gonna start my point off right away. No, you didn't have to do that.
Unfortunately, this was a case of flashbang.
Service feels like bashing a Michael Bay movie, discourse from a bygone era. We, as a community, have grown past this. Even if Orihime is underage, she's still got some big-ass titties. Why wouldn't people go crazy over it? Did you eat paint chips as a child, or are you naturally stupid? She's a fictional character. Who gives a shit? I fully get where you're coming from, but let's face it, this is anime. There's always fan service.
Notice all of these are from Reddit.
Yeah.
Like they are from Reddit. I hate that they're from Reddit. Of course they're from Reddit. Of course he uses a Reddit. The fucking Redditor.
It's the video of all time.
I hate it.
It's always a Redditor. It's always a Redditor.
Someone in chat is like, "We."
What do you mean, we?
Oh, thank you, Internet Zen. To invoke the quote, who starts a conversation like that? I was audibly flashbanged by this idiot's voice.
It was actually flashbang.
questionable written. It's for teen boys. Of course, teen girls are drawn like that.
I'll never understand complaints about fan service and anime.
Wait, keep pausing for a second. The fact that the only tweet that says deleted here is written for teen boys, like the person is literally making a good point. The only correct point here.
Listen, it's just like if you look at shoujo manga, every boy has abs, every boy's tall, every girl likes every girl likes a tall, handsome, ab-filled boy.
Yeah,
true.
Tamon B-side just debuted like a couple of weeks ago.
Only gets worse.
True.
Welcome to anime. So,
Yes.
We do have to clarify
answer,
this, by
yeah.
the way. Me and Kendra have had this discussion at length before on a previous episode, but it's relevant here, so we have to bring it back up. Fan service is not just panty shots and titties. Everybody wants to pretend like, oh, we'll just get rid of fan service then. Like, there's no point to have fan service. Fan service is bringing back old characters that the fans like. Fan service is making references to other series that the fans are interested in. Fan service is having giant fuck-off mecha battles that are so cool and so awesome with ridiculous animation. Anything that is in service to the fans is fan service. It just became ubiquitous with panty shots because it's very obvious, and there's like no like wiggle room for why the panty shot is there other than fan service, when people can maybe possibly make arguments for the other stuff.
Not only that, but if you pick up the ecchi series and every woman on there has skin-tight clothes, and you get upset that the anime with skin-tight clothes had the clothes pop off, I'm just going to laugh at you and call you an idiot. What did you expect? I'm talking about the people that picked up High School DD and then got upset.
I'm still upset that people still haven't figured out Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those people are just.
I'm still mad they haven't figured out Evangelion.
Be like, why are man, Kill la Kill? I can't believe it. Why couldn't they set Kill la Kill in college? I don't know. Maybe it's because the coming of age story doesn't really come of age if you make them 21.
But they're about to come of age. Now, I would like to point out, I still cannot prove this, but I'm almost guaranteed that the reason why Gurren Lagann's drills are green is because Get a Robo. I can't prove this, but it's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Probably had a few expectations when you clicked on this video. For one, you most likely expect me to be pretty critical of fan service. Or maybe you even feel attacked already and think I'm calling all anime fans keyboard-crusted lolicons. No. The more I pondered making this video, its scope kept increasing, and I think there's a lot more to be discussed here than boobs on Drawing Bad. And don't get it twisted, I do have an opinion on this topic, but we'll get to that in the conclusion. For now, I want this to be a bit more of an open dialogue. I want to take you on my journey and through my research. So let's start with, if you've never engaged in any kind of feminist discourse, then you might be tempted to ask yourself, what's the harm?
Shut the fuck up.
That's what. This is one of the reasons why I picked this video, because I'm like, if you've never entered feminist discourse, it's like, brother, even if you did get into feminist discourse, you're a man.
People always do this with it's it's a feminist, like, if you understood feminism, you would get it. I do understand feminism. Your version of it really fucking sucks. And, like, you could sit here all day and say, well, you just don't get it. I absolutely get it.
I don't like it. That's why I get it.
Even if feminism wasn't as co-opted as it was now, you're a guy. You're never gonna understand feminism, even if the discourse wasn't corrupt.
Exactly. It's so dumb.
Let me enjoy my big titty porn in peace. This, of course, ignores the
my
harmful
gosh.
stereotypes and portrayals of women during these fan service moments. Even the term fan service is pretty questionable and problematic. Which fans are being served by this upskirt shot exactly? Well, the intended answer is straight men, and that's fine. As a straight man myself, I won't pretend like seeing Rangiku for the first time didn't awaken something in me as a kid. But at the same exact time, it was never my body being used as a trophy or a gag. From a woman's gaze, fan service is often at best kind of annoying, a great show being abruptly interrupted so that horny dudes can fantasize in the middle of it. And at worst, it can be frightening to find a show you like, characters you relate to, and then blam, the main girl's getting... It's exhausting, and I'm sure
Stop being such a bitch. Just don't watch it.
Literally by watching it, you're literally, if you have such a problem, you're supporting it by watching it. Literally giving them money.
As a straight man myself, lies detected. Anytime some guy is like, I don't want to see hot women titties on my screen. Yeah, you're gay.
Liar.
Not only that, he's like, well, my body wasn't being used. I see nobody's touched a shoujo manga. None of these people ever touch a shoujo manga, because if you the moment you see stuff like that, you're like, man, maybe I'm not suitable for women.
Kendra, you know these people haven't gone out past the shonen drop yet.
Gayer tech tone.
The closest they've ever gotten to watching a shoujo was they watched a video essay 8 years ago on.
No, they picked up Ouran High School Host Club because it was the popular shoujo without realizing it was shoujo, and was like, well, I watch Ouran High School Host Club. I understand what women like.
There you go, yeah.
So dumb.
I'm sure many of you have tried to show your girlfriend, sister,
Good show, by the
mom's
way.
anime before,
Yes.
only to forget about some random Hot Springs gag, half the time including an underage girl, and cringe so
Here's the thing, right? And I have to mention this because he just doesn't get it. Yes, some women do react negatively to that stuff. And then they force me to sit through every episode of Twilight, and I have to feel the same way every time Edward just gets naked for no fucking reason. That's because they're straight, and they don't like seeing naked women necessarily. I'm also straight, so I don't like seeing naked men. Well, I mean, I'm bisexual, but, you know, you get the idea.
The point is, my annoyance there is, you're purposely showing an ecchi anime. Love Hina is an ecchi harem. It is. There is literally no way around that. But that's what the thing. They always do this. They go, oh, they show an ecchi harem. My point, yes, because you're showing a harem series, an ecchi series, an entire point of the series.
Not only that, but like, again, there's a reason why like demographics and genres exist. Like, even when I was first getting into anime, and like my mom like even had like a passing interest when she was like, all right, let's research these shows together so that we could like actually curate them like for your age. I was like
a normal parent should do. That's crazy.
I was like deep enough in anime where I'm like, all right, I can show her all the kids anime I found because I like watching kids anime because I am a child and this is what I would like. Now it's still different because it's Japanese humor, but it would still make sense.
Thank you for the head pats, by the way, chat.
This guy's like, I'm gonna show My Hero Academia, a 13+ series, to a group of 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like,
Again,
people don't realize kids anime is not mainstream anime is not kids anime.
It's for
like,
teenagers.
Like, what is it? I remember seeing like a clip a while ago about this kids soccer series, and people were legitimately praising it, being like, throughout the entire shot, they didn't show her panties 1 second. And it's like, yeah, because this is a children's anime. You can tell by the art style, you idiot.
I think people struggle with it because the only place you find like teenage cartoons in the West typically come from indie animation. Like, yes, I would argue that Has Been Hotel is probably like teenage animation, and The Amazing Digital Circus is probably like teenage animation. But in reality, your options in the West are like Disney Junior, which is literal baby shows, stuff that is meant for more like on the younger kids side, like Steven Universe, and then the only where from there is to immediately jump all the way to South Park Family Guy. There is like there's no proper in between for like, 16, 15-year-olds.
And so they try to shove all anime into that category.
Yeah, so they're like, all anime now either has to be South Park or it has to be Steven Universe. There's zero in between for them.
And then when they did have the mature kid shows back then, your parents probably had to pay for pay like extra to your cable network because all the teen stuff was on, was it Disney XD, Jetix, or Nicktoons, which again, your parents had to pay for that, so you were either stuck with baby crap or
and you got some lucky stuff with like Avatar was good teen, middle of the road. Like, there
even,
was there was a couple shows every so often. It was like, okay, these were in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
But they were still like kind of still on the kids' side. For example, like a lot of the old Saturday morning cartoons, like on WB at the time. Like, yeah, those were kids, but a lot of them could also be like, teens as well. Like, I kind of mentioned Disney XD.
Thank you, Artemis, for the super. You know, it's a really good fan service scene that isn't sexual. Naruto's final Rasengan, when the memories of everyone help him build up strength. Yes, a friendship ex machina is kind of a fan service scene.
But that's like the beauty of there's a lot of like, it was like you said, friendship, fan service isn't just panty shots. It's literally anything.
This is like where a lot of these people seem to like immediately stumble when they're having this conversation. Is they just don't get that the West doesn't really have a shonen equivalent.
Oh no, the big tittied anime. Big tittied.
Big titty ladies from Badoshia.
I think the only time we ever get like proper teenage animation in the West is when it's gimping anime, like Avatar.
Was it not only that, but like I think, what is it, Avatar? Even though it was for young
Teen
girls.
Titans.
Was it Teen Titans? Even though it was for young girls, I could argue that it's technically more for teenagers. Winx Club is a good example because it was for like teens to like kids to teens, but then in recent years they started dumbing down the ages or dumbing down the art style because it's like, well, nobody likes this anymore, even though people keep saying yes, we do.
Oh my god, chaotic.
And then they did, and then what is it? And then they decided to do the live action route with Winx.
I used to play Chaotix on the website.
Oh man, I remember that. That one was that one is funny because the first season looked really unique, and then the second season just aped the anime style.
Yep.
Totally okay, yes.
Yeah, there are, but it's like Miju said, a lot of them tend to be very anime-esque.
They're very anime-esque, or they're shoved in between like all the what is considered like children's shows.
Not only that, but as some people are like putting in chat, some of these shows are like, even though some of these shows are geared to teenagers, they're foreign cartoons because all the teenage shows were shoved to the foreign market.
Chat mentioned Stoked 16 and Total Drama Island. Island. All of those were actually Canadian.
Yeah, they did. Batman, all the Justice League and DC stuff was good teenager because it was just solid all around. That was, but again, those were exceptions because those were not the norm. Holy shit, were they?
And a lot of them died really quickly. Like there was, God, what was it called? There was a cartoon. I think it was on Cartoon Network. It could have been Disney. About like a family that was hunting cryptids, and they had like Saturdays was great. I think it was also like very teen coded in how it was
like
structured, and it lasted like what 2 seasons and died.
Yeah, it was in that era.
The mom character was literally voiced by Shigo.
Yeah. Oh,
see, Chatter mentioning a bunch like Symbionic Titan, great, died after like 2 seasons.
But they were so rare. They were rare.
Symbiotic Titan, great, existed, died after 2 seasons. Generator Rex, great, fantastic, died after like 2 seasons. Ben 10 didn't die, but after he got like to teenage years, they immediately went all the way back and turned it into like a children's cartoon.
Was it Kim Possible? Definitely was up there, but then they tried to reboot it and dumb it down for kids again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's always the issue where Super Robot Monkey Team, Hyperforce Go, just that just brought my brain. I know that one was on the more cartoony side, but it was very much a good spoof on mecha anime.
Yep.
Like Power Rangers and stuff.
Chat, Totally Spies was just the fetish show. We don't talk about Totally Spies.
No, and then you think about it now because like when we don't have normal cable TV, but for a long time before we did get TV again, we would watch shows at hotels when we went on vacation, and the gradual increase of like animators on like literal like children's cartoons who clearly want to do teen stuff, and so they do teen like stories in like stuff like that new Simba show or like a lot of Disney Junior shows, and I'm just like, this is cool. I don't mind it. Why is it on Disney Junior?
Yeah,
Totally Spies is totally an older teen cartoon. It was, but at the same time, there was a lot of fetish stuff in there. By the
Hello
way,
world,
chat,
I
for
can't
anybody
wait.
who doesn't know, and I'm going to ruin your day if you didn't know this, Code Lyoko did get a 3rd season. It's completely live action and only in French.
We don't talk about
Yeah.
it. We don't
Yep.
talk about that season.
It's a real thing.
It's the season of all time. They retconned and did a ton of stuff with that.
Oh, there was like the Teenage Ninja Turtles that every generation changed who it was for.
Yeah. Well,
I think it was.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was more like just for like everyone. So it kind of like everybody.
Well,
kinda
It
Gen
always
1
went
was
back
for
and
kids.
forth, though. Like,
Yeah, because the second generation of it, with like where their eyes were like solid white under the mask, that was for more teens.
I don't
Then it
think
went
they know what
back
they're
for kids
doing.
again.
Because they constantly go back and forth with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, this one's for kids, this one's for teens, this one's for kids, this one's for teens.
I think they're trying. They're selling toys. There's always Transformers the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know somebody
But I think a
mentioned
lot of
earlier
shows in
Oban
America
Star
don't
Racer, which was also French,
God.
by the way. It was aping anime,
Well, we let-
and I fucking love it, and it's impossible to get like an HD like copy of the
To
series.
be fair with Oban, they actually did work because like there's like a whole like subculture in France because they got a lot more Japanese media. So you got stuff like Manfra, and like a lot of French
Manfra.
companies do work with
True.
like Japanese companies.
Also,
I will give credit where credit
because
is due.
nobody in chat has mentioned it, even though we talked about a lot of French animation, really like Wakfu.
Wakfu's good.
Ah, somebody almost beat me to it. I already had it going. You almost got me, though. You almost got me.
I have played Wakfu more than I've ever willing to admit.
Oh, Hero 101 was actually a really cool one.
Oh, yeah,
Then they got canceled. Okay, so Hero 101 was basically like animals, humans, harmony. Bad guy came in, but like nobody really talks about it or knows about it anymore.
Oh, Samurai Jack in existence.
Also, somebody
Yes.
said Totally Spies is just PG, Timon and Asagi, and I will never be able to unsee that now.
What is it? Can I leave for a second?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Me and Maisie can keep going on about this.
Thank you, Noir, for the super. This convo reminds me of the meme of Berserk being labeled as a kid's animation on Amazon. I forgot that happened. It's French, but Time Jam, Valerian, and Laureline from 2007. I don't think I've heard of that one. Yeah, you should DM me Oban Star Razors if you have like a good HD rip, because I was struggling finding one.
Please.
And Internet Zen Master for the 5. Totally Spies is indeed the fetish show. Did I enjoy it? Yes, but it was totally made by Frenchies. Never seen Wakfu, but it's supposed to be good. Wakfu is great. Wakfu
really good.
has a game you can play online.
It's an MMO.
It's an MMO, but it's also like a strategy kind of game. It plays more
It's
like
a tactics game.
Tactical strategy game. The funny part is most people play the Wakfu game by being their own party, because you're allowed to open up multiple windows on the same account. You don't even have to have multiple accounts. So most people just play as their own party.
My issue with Wakfu is I could never like get very far into it, but I'm pretty sure I could get dedicated with a group of people to play it.
See, I didn't get far into it because the character I was playing was like way too complicated early on, and I was like, wow, I just don't get what the fuck I'm doing. And then I met somebody that actually plays it a lot, and they're like, oh, what character did you pick? I was like, oh, I picked Hupper Mage. And they immediately went, oh god, why did you do that?
What? Can I be real? Was it somebody said hi Puffy Amiyumi? Can I be real with you? Hi Puffy Amiyumi, the show looks like it should be for teens, and then it just plays like a worse slice of life.
I will lie.
it.
The music was good though. I love the music of it too much.
Yeah, pretty much. Good music. Cool character designs.
My one defense of the French is they got the arts down. They got that down. They're good on the art side.
Listen, like I said, like a lot, like there's like a whole culture, like French Japanese culture there that like just because they got a lot more shoujo, like shonen and shoujo, so they actually were able to like grow up with that, and they like a lot of French mangaka do exist, but again, nobody knows that because they're too busy being like, well, my perceived notion of anime is from 5 seconds that I've seen from the Devil May Cry anime.
The actual Hi Puffy Amiyumi said the show made them look gay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fair.
It was very gay.
We should probably continue though. We are getting like way off track.
I'm sorry. We got Frenched.
Well, you see, we are talking about something enjoyable, so we got to interrupt that.
Fair.
With
That
unfun.
became a black hole. There's a reason for that cringe. It's not weird for women to react this way. Objectification doesn't feel good.
Okay, so you admit that it's exactly the same when men react that way to naked men.
I wish we would have gotten back to. I wish we would have gone back to 5 seconds ago when we were talking about things we liked.
I know.
I missed it. I forgot what this video was about.
He's so
happy.
People that say this are just so dumb. It's like, oh, what? Women don't like seeing other women getting like half naked unless they're lesbian. And it's like, yeah, men don't like seeing other men getting half naked unless they're gay. Congratulations, you've just discovered how sexuality works, and you're trying to frame it as like some feminist study on objectification.
No, you see, Mizu, when people say stuff like this, all lesbians fly to the moon and they're never seen again because they always are like, no women likes objectification. Forget the fact that lesbians exist. Lesbians are pure of heart women who do not sexualize women. They think of women exactly how they think of cotton candy and unicorns.
Yes. He's generalizing all women as sex-negative prudes who clutch pearls at the mention of boobs. He is.
Exactly.
Plenty of women have literally nothing
Kendra.
wrong with sexualization or fan service. It doesn't bother them at all. Thank you, Wolfsbane, for the super. It's also because they're French, Kendra.
Remember that word for later. First, let's go over some of the common counter arguments.
Well, give me a sec.
You're not.
Right.
I just realized this.
What?
God, it's not going to open up right. Yeah. His voice just reminded me of this. I'll send it to you. And then again, it'll also pop up in chat in a minute.
Let me see.
Actually,
I didn't realize it till I started listening to his voice again, but I'm like, he sounds like this looks.
That's what I see in this comment. I blame you for this die. Oh my god, Kendra, I blame you for this.
Like, just listen to him. He actually just sounds like it.
Listen, viewers, you'd be able to actually have a good video if you pick some videos. He has MadPad voice. No. MadPad is cool. He has a family and a wife.
Objectification doesn't feel good. Remember that word for later. First, let's go over some of the common counter arguments.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Remember that word for later. First, let's go over some of the common counter arguments.
I'm sorry, I'm dying on the inside right now.
Come on, chat. First, let's go over some of the common counter arguments.
Actually, we should go over common counter arguments.
By my common calculations.
I have gotten zero work done because of this man.
I'm just saying, as a VTuber who just straight up looks like the actually emoji, I'm actually
really do. You really do.
Keep in mind, this design was like pure accident. I only realized this like 4 years late, like 2 years ago.
He sounds like Gaijin Goomba. At least Gaijin Goomba was using a fucking voice modulator. This is just this guy's voice.
Gaijin Goomba actually likes anime and actually studies Japanese culture. We're not comparing him to this.
That's an insult to somebody. I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Argument 1. It's part of Japanese culture. Japan certainly...
I kind of always hate when people say this, because it's like, I've never heard this argument. The only time I've ever heard somebody actually use it's part of Japanese culture is when somebody says, why are they always in high school? Which that is a valid answer. It's a part of their culture because they kind of see that as the final frontier. I've never heard it used anywhere else except in content like these where they're trying to knock it down. Also, yes, I feel like objectification is kind of an every culture thing. Angel got it right there. To say that like only the Japanese sexualize women is the dumbest shit.
Name a culture that hasn't. It's just a
allow
thing.
for more risque media to lay around for public consumption. Nothing has been the same since I learned about the panty vending machines. And although I have an issue with the generalization of saying Japanese people love random breasts being thrown into their cartoons, I can at least agree that it happens pretty often in the culture. Now, is that actually a good thing?
痴漢とかそういうのは本当嫌だったな、日本で。Every single time I meet up with my friends, all of us have at least 5 stories about 痴漢。やばいやつ。
No, you don't.
Wait, who the fuck was that?
No idea.
So there's been a lot of mixed Black and Asian content creators who speak about their experience in Japan. Some of it varies. Some of them are really good. Some of them are,
A lot of it, to me, comes across... And again, I talked about this in another stream where there are studies on this. People mistake just being in a crowded train for being groped. Like, they're just like, well, I felt like somebody possibly touched me. And they'll have, like, reported when they got out of the train that, like, 20 people groped them, like, all individually. And then you go look at the camera and not a single person actually touched them. It's just because everybody was so close together and so sardined into the train that they felt like somebody groped them.
Yeah.
And it's not like everyone can stand with their arms up in the air. It's just not something you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to hold on to the fucking, the train's moving.
Yeah, pretty much it's just a case of, like, it sucks that it happens, because obviously there wouldn't be reports if it didn't exist in the first place, but It's probably also just, like, what is it? It's like the Porygon episode. And all the kids who watched it didn't actually have seizures. It's just something that some kids probably dealt with, that parents then told their told other parents. The parents then told their kids, and the kids were like, well, my friend probably freaked out. Maybe I'm freaking out. And then they start getting, like, pseudo sick, and then, stories spread like that. It happens.
Chat also has a point. The painting vending machine is kind of a dumb point when you can walk into any Target or Walmart and walk straight to the women's clothes and see packs of panties just hung up in the air.
But it's not a vending machine.
Yeah. Like, because people always bring up the panty vending machines. It's like, I don't think you get it. Japan just really likes vending machines. They put fucking... they put anime figures in vending machines. They put, like, everything in vending machines. Pokemon just put vending machines all over the fucking US for their cards. The Japanese just really like vending machines.
Well, it's convenience.
Yeah.
It's the... Look, a lot of... I mean, it's weird that we are not more of a vending machine culture.
Like the upcharge vending machines.
Not sure they do. I think they do in Japan. They don't upcharge it, right? It's still the same price.
Yeah.
It's actually cheaper.
Only they put guns in vending machines too.
I wish they did.
Like they just like, oh, you don't understand. They have panty vending machines. They have everything vending machines. They just like vending machines.
That, and I'd rather see a shocking, like, probably like I'd go to the vending machine, probably pop some quarters in, and I'd rather enjoy that gimmick than going to a city and finding, oh look, a rat, oh look, a turd.
I mean, we're talking about the country that decided to...
in the same...
Like, we're talking about the country that decided to put sushi on a treadmill. Like, it's just... Automation is just kind of a thing they do a lot of for some reason.
It's cool. Look, just like the Hank Hill episode, what about propane-powered robots?
Yeah.
Be honest with ourselves, Japan has a chikan or molester problem. Accounting for the fact that the vast majority of these cases go unreported,
That's always the argument, is the vast majority of cases are unreported. Then how do you know about them if they're not being reported? It's just numbers you just fucking make up.
Look, no one will deny it doesn't happen, right? But it's like, there's I love it's like when people bring up the women's only trains. I'm like, yeah, it's literally a stop to the problem.
Yeah.
Why can't we do it?
Well, that's where the question opens up, is like they keep saying, well, this molester problem is such a huge issue and it's just getting worse every year. we made female-only trains, you would think the problem would inherently have gone down, because there are literally no molesters in the space with the women anymore.
Oh, wait.
And then
that spawns the new problem of, oh, well, because you made the car, that means it's a bigger problem than what you actually think. And it's like, so I'm screwed either way.
Yeah.
Estimates claim 1 in every 2 women in Tokyo experience molestation at some point in their lives. Bells on backpacks, safety apps, the fact that phones in Japan legally have to make a loud shutter sound when you take a picture. Plenty of studies have also linked...
Which people have argued should be in every country because it is an extreme problem in every country.
Yeah, they're the country that's solving the problem.
And the thing is, they keep making this argument that Japan keeps adding all these safety features, yet somehow the problems are getting worse. And you never have like an actual explanation for why you think that is. They added more they added female-only train cars. Well, the molester rates are still sky high. They added phone shutter sounds. Oh, well, people are still taking upskirts secretly with phones. Like, it doesn't make sense.
They're moving the goalposts.
You haven't thought about like what's even happening when you say this stuff. Well, they have laws against this stuff, so why is it worse? Allegedly,
also,
according to you.
Why are we using a 2021 study in 2026?
Yeah. It's always funny, by the way, if you notice, whenever they mention these different studies, they never once show a study from Japan.
Listen, I brought this up last time. They always bring up like some guy. They'll always bring up these statistics, and the literal people that write them will be like Henrietta Ferguson from downtown Texas.
Oh, it's almost always from the UK.
Oh.
Pornography consumption to a desensitized view of women. And this goes deeper than regular vanilla fan service. Sure, having the MC accidentally, or sometimes not so accidentally, feel up the female cast could probably be harmful on its own, but it gets worse. Much worse. So just lay it all out there. There is a lot of in anime. This takes everything I talked about women feeling uncomfortable by watching fan service and dials it up to 20. And of course, some new issues are sprinkled in there. Sexual anime is often portrayed as sexy. The shots, the noises made, half the time the scenes are just softcore, like straight up.
Don't make videos about these topics if you're gonna sit around censoring everything. And I hate when people are like, oh, it's for the algorithm because YouTube is gonna censor my video. I said like faggot 20 times at the start of this video. You know what's not gonna happen? It's not gonna get demonetized because it's not as big of a problem as you think it is.
Not only that, I don't like the fact that he used Perfect Blue as an example of like essay, because like Perfect Blue actually commentates on it, and you can't show all of it, but you can at least show some of like the torment. But no, we're just going to show the after effects, and we're going to use Perfect Blue to show that he's smart, guys. He sees the movie. He knows the commentary about anime and idol culture. Like, bro, just talk about the movie.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Also, we know you're talking about Fire Force because you keep showing Fire Force clips.
Yeah.
And sometimes even just violence against women is framed this way. Look at the scene from Fire Force. What is going on here?
I want to pause for a second there. That scene was cut so fucking hard. Like, I watched Fire Force. I read the manga. That scene had a whole lot more to it than just, oh, she's hugging him, now she's kicked. It's like, no, this is a whole ass thing where she just watched someone she idolized. Oh, he's literally turning people into the problem. That's a very different scene.
Yeah.
Okay,
but her booty was up in the air.
Main goal of this scene, arousal. Are we as the viewer really supposed to be feeling titillation at the bad guy beating her?
No, which is why it wasn't shot like that. You fucking weirdo.
You caught it and tried to...
I think what he's secretly saying is that he was aroused by that scene.
I think he really was.
He just assumes everybody else was. It's like, no, bro. It was just you. It was literally just you on that one.
It's just God.
Of course, even when the scenes aren't framed as hot, the women are relegated to being damsels in distress. It's here that I question how large this supposed cultural
Uses
gap really
Rukia
is.
from
Western
Bleach.
media has a long
Worst
history of
person
frigging,
to use.
a trope where a woman undergoes some tragic fate for the sake of a male character's development.
I hate the term fridging because it ignores that it happens to men at like higher rates than it has to women. They just decided, well, because it happened to a woman, now it's a problem. It's like, what about the 20 men it happened to before it happened to her?
Well, it does apply to them, but we don't care about men. We're doing mostly women.
That wouldn't be our push our narrative forward.
Uncle Ben.
Yeah, exactly. The most famous example of fridging is fucking Spider-Man and Uncle Ben.
Yeah.
It is the only example of like fridging that is consistent across every single version of the character, as well as Batman's parents. The only thing that is consistent across almost every single version of Spider-Man and Batman is the death of their parents or parental
Unless
figure
you're
in
Miles
Spider-Man's
Morales
case.
and you're super cool.
He lost his uncle, which is just as bad.
Not even remotely.
Even though his uncle was a villain. But, whatever. It doesn't have the same effect.
Movies, games, it's practically everywhere you look. Asuna rather quickly goes from being a capable counterpart to just another person for Kirito to come save.
Yeah, nobody likes...
We are not comparing the women in SAO when all of the women in SAO suck.
Also, it's literally the worst arc of the series is agreed upon by literally everybody that the second half of season 1 is dog shit.
Even the author.
Like, nobody likes the second half of season 1, bro. Terrible fucking use of this.
It's so annoying. It's like, holy shit. Like, bro, there are good criticism you could have here about this, but you're purposely being
the agreed worst season, but they still did it. Why didn't they do something else that was bad?
It's also the issue if they take side character. I know Austin's not technically a side character, but
also he didn't bring up Gun Gale.
Yeah.
Notice that isekai are especially guilty of this thing. So many
because they're self-insert fantasies for men 90% of the time.
Yes. Not only that, but if we really want to go back into isekai's history, isekai from back in the 90s, those were mostly women's fantasies that also would have a reverse harem of men.
Yeah.
True.
There's still like isekai that focus on women. There's like a billion things of I got transported to the world of my favorite Ultimate game.
Yep. And there's also Inuyasha, where
the existence of it.
Like, what is it? There's the whole thing with Koga and Inuyasha and how they fight over Kagome.
Exactly.
Literally a thing.
Littered with fan service, but when you consider that isekai is so often wish fulfillment the genre, it starts to make sense. The main characters often develop these dubiously consensual harems, and at that point, no guy watching it is even supposed to relate. You can't.
You're not supposed to relate to them.
The crazy part is that he's using Shield Hero. Look, I have read more Shield Hero than I'd ever like to admit that I've read, because like the first arc is really good. It goes downhill real fast. He doesn't like anyone. Like, it's not even like there's no reciprocation. He's like, I literally do not feel emotions towards any of you people.
Yes.
He's like, I want to go home.
I literally just want to go home and be done with this fucking whole situation.
I always hate, like, there's a certain segment of people that believe that everything is supposed to be relatable to them. And it's like, it's not supposed to be relatable. It's supposed to be wish fulfillment. You just said it like 2 minutes ago that it was supposed to be wish fulfillment. Why did you forget that you said that?
Because I want to be wish fulfillment for me. But relatable for me.
I want it to be my wish fulfillment, but I don't want to let anybody know that I like this.
So I'm gonna shame everybody else who likes it so that I don't feel like a nerd.
It's so cringe and gay.
Fantasy to project oneself onto. You get to live in his shoes and pretend that you too are Mr. Bitches. Not just that, but also so powerful.
Again, you could have chosen a much better series for this. I'm sorry. You could have chosen a much better series for this conversation.
You could have also chosen like a much better term for him than Mr. Bitches.
No, Mizu.
Excuse me, sir. I don't believe you understand. We don't say bitch anymore. That's very dehumanizing to women. It's very objectifying. We don't call them bitches anymore. That's so 2025. You should have left that back there.
But Mizu, it's because he's black.
Rules of the world and universally revered, and do you see how juvenile this stuff actually is? But I suppose that takes us to the next counter argument. Argument 2, the target age is
I have to bring it back in it. The man is literally using high level magic to keep these people away from him.
Yes.
Wrong scene, bro. Wrong scene.
That means you're the cool guy who doesn't need all those girls. You just have your one girl or harem of girls.
Again, very misrepresentation of Shield Hero. Literally misrepresented that show.
Let's see how he handles this argument. I know he's gonna say that it's turning the young boys into predators or some shit.
It's making the young boys gay.
Oh, are we placing bets? Are we placing bets?
Really easy to poke holes in. First off, shonen, even domestically, is not exclusively consumed by young boys.
Okay, that's where you're going with it. You're gonna try and say that shonen is not for teenagers. You're just retarded. Holy shit!
But no. He technically has a point. You're right. It's not consumed exclusively by young boys.
Someone also put in the sorry.
Okay. You first.
Was it somebody put in the comments? It's like when he said, "Isn't this quite juvenile?" And it's like, yeah. It's almost like this is a genre for kids.
It's like he's using you're right. It's not made for young. It's not only young men watch it in America, but it's still the target demographic.
This is not where I'll be honest. This is not where I thought he was going to go with this argument. I didn't know we were actually going to go with shonen isn't meant for teenagers.
I thought we were. No. He's not saying shonen though. He's saying anime.
It's not meant for just boys.
He's only talking about shonen.
I know we only talk about shonen. They're always only talking about shonen music. That's the point.
Also, thank you, Internet Zen Master, for the super. Kendra literally read my mind on the reverse harem thing. Kagome was fought over by Koga and Inuyasha. Then there was fanfics of her with Sesshomaru, Miroko, Naruku. For some reason, fandom is weird.
Those are 3 different characters that do not have feelings for Kagome, but they're hot, so people want them shipped together anyway. This is just not where I expected him to go with this. Holy shit.
And
I told you, these guys always be like, I understand women clearly. And it's like, no, you don't.
As Kendra as a woman can prove that.
Why aren't female readers considered important enough to not shove naked underage girls in their face? But even...
Okay, so now you're just ignoring that shonen is for boys.
Well, shonen isn't just consumed by boys anymore.
Yeah, me too. You didn't pay attention. Clearly, as our Western views were, where the demographic is 99% boys and there's like the small fraction of girls.
The series that means young boys is not for young people or boys. Okay.
That is actually crazy.
You are just genuinely retarded.
It's like that one guy, and I watch him, and he has good opinions sometimes, but it's like this one guy I watch called Classic Man D, and how he was watching Don the Don, and he was upset that the hyperactive teen in the hyperactive teen show was hyperactive and a teen. And everybody collectively was like, brother, what are you talking about?
Here, you guys talk for a sec. I need to get a drink.
What is it? It's like Cutie Honey, a show made for young women, but has more male fans. No. It's actually the opposite. Cutie Honey was made for men, but it has when I say it has a lot of female fans, it has a lot of female fans. I know. I'm one of them.
Kendra. We all know that you're not a female, you're a deer.
You know what? You're right. I should have known.
And we all know that this how they call me white. They would call you not a woman.
Hold on. I have food and I must grab it.
Well, chat, now you're stuck here with me and only me. How does it feel? This is the Roy Show now. You thought you could get away with that, but we're actually going to be talking about Mega Man now. And you're never getting away from this. This is the Mega Man Power Hour now. No. This is the little argument of the fact that he's making the comment that shonen is not for boys is crazy. Mega Man Star Force is pretty mid. The best non-X game, probably the Zero series. Look, I like the Battle Network and Star Force, but they're kind of mid. And they're also like the problem with Mega Man. They're the worst thing that could happen to Mega Man because it was the most egregious amount of a thing. The anime was good though. This is coming from someone who likes the Star Force and Battle Network series. Gunvolt is really good. You should actually play the Gunvolt. Specifically, what's it called? Type Illumina. Not Type Illumina. See, imagine talking bad about D. Grayman when it is single-handedly the best manga ever written. And we know this because even Jujutsu Kaisen also agrees. Volnut's good. Legend's good. Legends is really good. We will never get a Legends 3. I've accepted. ZX is also solid. Look, there's only like 2 bad Mega Man games in reality. And those are X7.
6-7?
Yeah, 6-7. 6-7. Mega Man X 6 and 7. Yeah. Those are
I've returned with my drink.
We were talking about Mega Man. I converted the stream to a Mega Man stream for like 30
thank you,
minutes.
Wolfsbane, for the super. It's true, the things I heard girls talk about, what they do to my male classmates back when I was the only boy in class, were cumbersome.
Yeah, that's what I say. You got all these feminists here who are like, I understand women. It's like, no,
Kendra,
you do not.
Kendra, give me your fun facts on D. Grayman.
Chat, you want to know where I go? You want proof I went where I said I went, chat? There you go.
See, can I kind of want to get a drink, but I can hear the video if I get up.
What is it? What'd you say, Royan?
I mean, I need your opinion, your random fact about D. Grayman, about people that didn't actually write D. Grayman.
So D. Grayman got a sequel to the original anime called D. Grayman Hollow, which continued the anime. But then they tried to yaoi bait it like Black Butler, and Yana, the author, got so mad about that she ranted on her Instagram about it. And this is the reason why D. Grayman Hollow has no Blu-rays to this day. Why we will probably never get another D. Grayman anime unless that woman is passed away.
True. I didn't know that one. That was a new one to me.
Let us continue with whatever shit he's going on with this. Notice how short this argument is, by the way. He's just going to say it's not for young boys and then just move on.
More damning,
back up your
take
point?
everything I just pointed out, treating women like trophies, giving zero agency, sexualizing assault and violence against women, and then let's package and ship that to stressed out adolescents going through puberty.
It's not.
Real quick. Not Redo a Healer. Isn't Shield Hero written by a woman?
Yes.
It's literally written by a woman. Roy in story time. I had a quote unquote friend I had back a couple years back when Shield Hero anime was coming out. I was talking to my quote unquote friend about this, and they're like, "Well, you know, I would like Shield Hero if it wasn't just, it's clearly written. Sounds like the author is I could do without the sexual assault allegations." I'm like, well, yeah. Well, when the mangaka, she wanted it to be as like him at his lowest point, and he's like, wait, what? She 180 his opinion so fast. He 180 so fast. He's
no
like,
way he's making a video games cause violence argument. That's where he's going. He's saying that shonen is teaching young boys to rape.
It's always the video games cause violence argument. It's never not been that.
But okay, time out. So far, I've been very critical of fan service to the point that my conclusions might seem pretty straightforward. You might be wondering what all that preamble at the start was about. Well, this is the moment. This is the thing that shaped the video and made me question my views on the topic. Because, well, here I am blaming media for poisoning the minds of the youth. And you want to know what I honestly reminded myself of?
It seems like these things have gotten so much worse since...
Oh
Thank God I'm a dope.
Oh. That's what
I'm
we're
not
doing
gonna
today.
say anything. I'm gonna let it go.
That's what we're doing today. That's what we are today.
Games became so realistic and so violent.
But as I had these thoughts, there was a whole other side of me that couldn't help but think, you're being ridiculous. There's a huge difference between Mortal Kombat fatalities and SAO busting out the tentacles with zero shame. A character being over-sexualized is way worse than portraying a little gore. I mean, one is much healthier for young boys to be consuming, right? Oh wait, that sounds kinda bad. And before I knew it, I was arriving at the third and probably most solid defense of fan service in anime. Argument 3, are boobs really worse than Yep.
Why genocide? Just say violence. Why?
It's just. Kendra? Kendra?
Yeah.
You watched this video, haven't you?
Yeah.
We aren't friends anymore. I don't think we're friends anymore. I don't, Mizu, I don't think we should associate with Kendra anymore. I don't think she's a bad influence.
Thank you, by the way, Internet Zen Master, for the super reminder that a recent romantasy convention, a bunch of women felt they were entitled to go full Morocco on a dude who is there. Yeah, there was a women's convention, and they were all like groping the shit out of the guy.
What? Women are just as bad as men?
Oh, women are worse than men.
I know. I was making a joke, but you ruined it. Thanks, Mizu.
You're welcome.
I have somehow managed to bring up hentai and all in the same video. Were I monetized?
Brother, you don't have to censor it.
Take money out of my bank account for uploading this. But if you would like
rape, murder, mass genocide. Shut the fuck up with your monetized. Oh my god, guys, shut the fuck up.
to help me get monetized, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. I'm on the road to 5K subs and would love to see you come along for the journey. Leave a comment, drop a like, any of that would be so
Chat, don't help him get monetized. Chat, don't help him get monetized. Help me get monetized. Me, not that channel. Not that channel, though. Not me. I'm shilling myself.
Super appreciated. Anyways, back to the video. So what this argument seeks to point out is the hypocrisy in redeeming a character like Vegeta, who has canonically murdered entire species in cold blood. But when an author tries to redeem a rapist like Bryce from 13 Reasons Why, we start to question what's on the author's hard drive.
Notice how you didn't use an example in anime, because I can't think of a single anime where they tried to redeem a rapist.
But Vegeta.
Yeah.
Was he a rapist?
Ordinarily, I would never argue the redemption of an evil character or lack of appropriate punishment for their crimes would promote violence in young people or create violent adults. But, well, that is exactly where we take these conversations in the context of fan service. And sure, the extremes exist. If your bud is watching Boku no Pico, we can probably agree he's a little fucked up, the same way that your film bro who's really obsessed with Taxi Driver.
If you say that about Boku no Pico, you are genuinely just not an anime fan.
We don't criticize Peak here in this house.
Well, everybody's watched it. Like everybody,
I have not.
We'll make you watch it.
Yeah. We'll wait. Artism, don't worry.
Joker probably needs to get checked.
Why are you living with your mama? Wake up.
Those are the extremes. But we would never call someone just reading Dune a weirdo, despite Paul killing so many people he'd make Eren Yeager blush. Now, of course, people who dislike fan service do have a counter argument. It goes something like this. Objection! Most of us don't have personal experience interacting with a generator. Most of us have spoken with someone looking to take advantage of us, a manipulator, a predator, and that isn't necessarily limited to sexual exploitation. Why do you hate Miss Umbridge more than Voldemort? Why does Longfang stealing Appa get more of a reaction out of people than the Fire Lord plotting to take over the world? Heck, I to this day refuse to watch the scene in the Boo arc where the dog gets shot, but I'll gladly watch Boo blow up planet Earth. That is to say, humans are emotional creatures. We get so obsessed with theories and intellectual analysis that we forget that unless we can translate all that theory into something practical and substantive, it's just pseudo-intellectualist vibes.
So I'm telling you, you're wrong here. The reason you don't feel anything when Boo blows up a planet is actually a common thing that has been said throughout history. One death is a tragedy, a million deaths is a statistic. when the numbers get so high, it becomes difficult for anyone to sort of relate to it.
Yeah.
For instance, if you were told somebody in an anime was like a serial rapist and he raped like an entire planet, you immediately are like, that's ridiculous. See, you have even Kendra laughing when I say it. When the number gets so high, it becomes almost comical because you, as a person, as like a regular human, we cannot physically comprehend the scale that gets to. That's why, for the same reason, a lot of us acknowledge that, like, you know, World War I, World War II, all these wars were tragic, but nobody, like, when they think about World War I or World War II, they don't break down in tears. And those are real tragedies that happen in the real world where real people died, and a lot of people had, like, at one point, some experience with a family member dying in that. But you didn't have, like, people breaking down in tears over it most of the time, because it's so detached from their life.
Oh, it's the Hitler-Stalin situation.
Yeah.
Where we hold Hitler as worse because it was an active thing, where Stalin's like, that's just policy.
Yeah.
Even though it was still active, that's the point.
And like he doesn't get it. He's trying to make it like, oh, well, people have experience with it. Well, maybe if you didn't like scale it to genocide, then people might have more experience with it. You could just relate it to violence or gun death. Like, why'd you have to? How come one version is like rape and sexual assault, but the other side of violence is immediately like planetary genocide, and not like just murder or, you know, assault or beatings, that kind of thing.
Not only that, like, he escalated from, like, why can we redeem Vegeta who does genocide? You know what he could have done instead of using 13 Reasons Why? He could have just used Endeavor from My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Because or even, like, comparing him, Endeavor, to Bakugo. Bakugo literally told Deku to, like, kill himself multiple times throughout his childhood, but because he's technically a teenager and a fan favorite, people give it a pass because it allows him to grow, even though by that point he knows what he's saying. Yeah. Compare that to Endeavor, who literally abuses his wife, abuses his kid, literally turned one of his other kids into a villain, stuff that actually can happen in real life. And people are like, well, we can forgive Bakugo because he's a teenager, but we can't forgive Endeavor because he's a grown man.
Yeah,
and he's the father of another fan favorite main character.
A lot of it depends on how the characters are set up. Like, Vegeta can be redeemed because he is set up as redeemable to a degree.
Ironic. Yes.
I was like, was he? I was like, was he?
He was
to a degree.
He wasn't set up to be redeemable, but how the path he was going about allowed him to be redeemed.
Yeah, it depends how it is shown to the audience.
Yeah, no, I make a joke.
Yeah.
Make a dumb joke.
That seems to answer why we can forgive Vegeta, but not Bryce. I won't lie, something about it just isn't sitting right. I've always been very spiritual, and I remember as a kid being told I would go to hell for killing someone in a video game, which seemed stupid and ridiculous, but I won't lie, it did.
That movie's terrible, by the way. Do you guys...
What was it?
The girl getting dragged to hell underneath the train tracks there?
Oh, is that what that scene was? I didn't know what the fuck was.
Do you know what her
going on
crime was that led her to that situation?
Killing a character in a video game?
She works for a bank, and she was required by her manager to not hand out a super big loan to an old lady. And the old lady was like a gypsy that cursed her to be drugged down to hell by the end of the day. I'm like, this seems a little unfair.
That's a little much. It's a little much.
Like, this seems like she was just doing her job. And like, really, who's gonna give like an old ass lady who looks like she's homeless a super high loan? Like,
that's not like a racism thing. That's just
something commentary. But
and it's directly shown that she could not do it, or her boss would fire her. And it's like,
yeah,
I feel like this is a little unfair to this lady. She really didn't do anything to you.
If you put the boss there, a different story, but Yeah, justifiable.
Work to scare me. Would I be putting the same message out into the world? Don't watch One Piece, kids, or else you'll turn into Diddy. No, that's stupid. I like Ghost in the Shell, and sure, the nudity plays into the film's transhumanist themes, but do I think the creator also knew what he was doing? Not a doubt in my mind.
Okay, pause. That's you. I hate that he acknowledged it, and I hate the fact that he's so dumb and up his own ass that he refuses to like.
Makes you want to throw something at the screen.
He's like, I know the author probably knew what he was doing, but them titties though.
Like, no, it's the fucking point. It's the fact that Major isn't fucking turned on by their body.
Master Roshi was wild in back in the day. Are all my old favorite anime problematic?
Why did you say it like that?
Am I a hypocrite for still being able to enjoy them? I don't think so. See, the true mistake was the question itself.
The funny part,
the point of that meme.
The funny part is in that scene, the point is that he is actually wrong and just being a hypocrite and refuses to accept it.
Exactly.
I mean, that's...
So it's a perfect meme for you. Granted, but you don't know it's a perfect meme for you.
I want to know why he said wildly like that.
You know why I did, Kendra.
The question we should be asking isn't should fan service exist, but rather, what does fan service do?
It serves the fans. It's in the name. Fucking read it. If you weren't black, you might not be illiterate.
Whoa. As an illiterate individual here, I can read that.
Someone who refuses to read, I take offense to that.
Wait, I have a meme for this. I'm going to send it to Kendra and me. You keep going, but...
Is it the Uncle Ruckus meme?
I wish it was the Uncle Ruckus meme, but it's powerful.
It's equally as powerful. Let's see.
Chat knows I'm joking. Besides, I brought my token blacks, chat.
Right, we have the field.
My field chuba and my field chuba and my house chuba.
Kendra, the best part, that's not even me I was going to send. That's a good meme. I said that eearlier. I blame you for this. Not I. That might be just as good, actually, now that I think about it.
That's where nuance can come in. Trying to assign harsh binaries doesn't work with art. You're going to go full Puritan or full Chud, and either way, women remain an object.
It's a Chud, unironically.
Oh my god.
You'll be full Puritan or full Chud.
I can't take anybody that says Chud unironically. Seriously, I just lose all existence in them.
Yeah.
Objectivity.
Fucking be in my Chud life.
All the most passionate fans of shows like Fire Force or Seven Deadly Sins that I've ever met have all been young men around my age. Clearly, fan service does work, so we should ask ourselves, why is it so effective at attracting that audience?
Because guys like tits. Next question. Jesus fucking Christ.
In Fire Force's case, it's guys like tits and people liked Soul Eater. Oh, hi, Temp.
Is it the temps?
Oh, thank you for the raid, Temp.
Is temping?
Yes.
My mind wanders to the gender voting gap, or the surveys that point towards young men being twice as likely to want women to be submissive as baby boomers are. Or what about how every couple months we get gamers being angry over conventionally attractive female characters not looking like they came straight out of a... Heck, how many of you have gotten a YouTube ad?
I hate that people kept... I hate that people kept showing this image everywhere, because this dude got like 1 like on his tweet, and like literally 2,000 quote retweets.
This was the issue with the Umas, the black Umas. Literally 95% of it was just people go, oh, they're kind of cute. They look good. Nice, cool. They took 1 tweet or like 1 or 2 tweets are like, oh, they have like 20 likes tops. And then half the tweets weren't even real. I'm like, you're actively making this argument look worse by not finding these fucking tweets.
A couple months we get gamers being angry over conventionally attractive female characters not looking like they came straight out of a... Heck, how many of
Okay, can we like also talk about this? Like every single time people bring up this argument, they're like, why can't you just go look up real porn? So it's like you want them to stop dehumanizing the fictional character to go dehumanize a real woman.
Yeah.
Like,
What are you?
Gotten a YouTube ad for a mobile game that's essentially just a picture of an ass. Do games even exist to play anymore? Why does everything need to look
Can we also
like
pause there? This brother censored genocide and killings and all that stuff multiple times, but we can show a sexy mobile game ad. We can't show fan service characters. We can't show fan service characters, but we can show a realistic depiction of a mobile game ad, women with 18 plus shaking her booty everywhere. Okay.
Of course.
I'm wondering where he's going with this NVIDIA thing, by the way, because this isn't NVIDIA trying to make women look hot. This is literally just them throwing AI into shit.
I found it. I've been looking for this.
misogyny too bad for a mobile game that's essentially just a picture of an ass? Do games even exist to play anymore? Why does everything need to look like porn now?
That's what you're saying with that? No, that's just them throwing AI into shit.
Look, I'm not like the world's biggest hater of AI, and I don't like it that much either, but like, holy shit. Sometimes people just want the. I hate the RE engine. I think it looks terrible half the time.
I just don't get what his argument here is. Like, they just want things to look like porn. That's not the point of the AI upscaler. The point of the AI upscaler is so they can be lazy as shit and make, like, really low-resolution, shitty-looking games, and then hopefully compensate with AI upscaling it.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with trying to make women look like porn. In fact, like, the example you're even showing here is not trying to make her look like porn. It's trying to make her look like, quote-unquote, more realistic. More like a real person. Which is why it's even worse. Yeah, and chat has it right. DLSS5 is polarized between people who hate it and people who giga hate it.
True.
I didn't see a single person that was pro DLSS5. There's probably one. There's one or two for sure, but I didn't see any.
The rest are bots.
Misogyny and racism usually.
This video is giving me a headache. Kendra, you're banned from videos.
I gotta go back. We gotta hear what he said.
Picture of an ass. Do games even exist to play anymore? Why does everything need to look like porn now? Misogyny and racism usually follow one another.
Men hate women. Black people most affected.
No, Mizu. Man hates black person, women most affected. Get it right.
No, he's saying that racism follows misogyny. This is men hate women, black man most affected.
I hate this. No, Mizu. Men hate women, black women most affected. Get it right.
So fucking stupid. Oh, this is painfully dumb.
I have found the image I was looking for. I sent it to Kendra and you.
You know, I actually really wasn't confident about this. I'm genuinely, I'm serious. I genuinely wasn't confident that this video would hit the pain specter, but I think I did pretty well.
It's hurting, is what it is.
Oh, you sure say some interesting things for someone who refuses to read.
That's literally what this person is.
It's difficult for me to see nerd culture's obsession with what is essentially a aesthetic mixed with white nationalist idealized beauty standards and not.
Oh God!
I don't know what to say. I don't know where to go with that. Thank you, Lucian, for the super. This glue huffer is magical.
I think I'm becoming racist right now.
Listen, we can all become Uncle Ruckus together.
I don't know. I relate to him more and more every day.
This is why your dad left to get milk.
It's true.
He just fires back. How'd you know my dad left me? That's an educated guess.
Notice the obvious attempts by real women to obtain this aesthetic through the infamous Mar-a-Lago face. In a sense...
What?
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that's where we're going today.
Thank you, Internet Zibast, for the super. No, Mizu, it's always black women most affected. They are, after all, the most disrespected group in America. Wait, why is Carolyn Levitt here? Apparently because she shows Mar-a-Lago face, which I don't... The fuck are you talking about? I've never heard anyone say this before. This is a completely new political brain rot talking point I've never heard before.
I'm gonna, like, after we finish this video, I'm gonna show you specifically what this guy's entire video reminds me of.
I don't...
Becoming the
I hate
real-life
this.
incarnation of the ditzy, big-titted damsels of anime. Objects meant to project desire upon, not people with agency. And man,
Orihime is the breadwinner, by the way.
Literally is. Literally makes all the money.
I would also point out that he says women are choosing to look like this. That's denying them agency. Do you
I want to
hear
look like
yourself?
That. I want to look like
I
that.
would want to look like that. If I was a woman, I'd want to look like that.
Like, forget about being Asian. Forget about the white skin. Keep me black. Give me her body. I will rock it forever. I wish I could look that healthy.
While eating that much bread.
Exactly.
Single image. That
Woman's diet consists of bread.
Internalized misogyny. It'd be this one. So, how are excessive violence and objectification in media different?
Are we talking about Botox? And, like, lip fillers?
Because that's just Botox.
That's not Mar-a-Lago face. That shit was started by Kim Kardashian, you retard. And she's black.
She's not even black. She's white. She just likes to tan herself to pretend she's exotic.
She's crispy.
Exactly.
Extra crispy.
We saw that she tried to remove her butt when people noticed that Asian was in.
And also, like, nobody likes this face. Like, I genuinely have never met a single person that is like, yeah, no, the puffy cheeks and the huge lips, I love how it looks. No, it looks unnatural as shit.
Yeah, I don't really understand where their argument is for that.
Anything, this was more of an argument. This would have been a better argument in a better video about how people don't like black people, but they love to take their features and stuff. But, like, this guy's not smart enough for that.
Again, in Kendra, there's things for someone who doesn't read.
Thank you, Internet Zen Master, for the super infamous Mar-a-Lago face. Is that new political brain rot term from Black Twitter I'm missing? Also, women look like looking pretty. That's Hollywood face.
Yeah, that's a good statement.
Well, objectification is what leads to the violence becoming excessive. The reason why we perceive Tanjiro as being so empathetic despite decapitating people on the regular is because most in his world don't view demons as people. Tanjiro still recognizes their personhood, so even when the most vile of antagonists is slain, we're still able to feel the tragedy of it all. Or take Luke slashing through stormtroopers. Why is that violence okay to us? Well, in that case, Luke is the embodiment of righteousness, whilst they are a Nazi allegory. Incidentally, being a rather apt illustration of how serving as the tool of authoritarianism strips your own humanity away. You put on the uniform and become a tool for your master.
People don't feel for stormtroopers because they're nameless, faceless nobodies. They are basically no different than droids contextually within the usage of the actual movies. This is actually a common literary device, which if you had any sort of education, you would know.
From here, you should be able to see how the objectification of women isn't just distasteful or upsetting, it's dangerous. That is what...
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the objectification of women. You have literally no idea what you're talking about. You're just like, and this proves my point about women.
I'll send the video in the chat after.
Justifies abuse, causes lawmakers to believe Chikan aren't that big of a deal after all, or of course enables MAGA lobbyists to claim all those schoolgirls are better off.
We're comparing, keep in mind, we're, if you really think about this, we're comparing groping to airstrikes.
I've lost the plot. I thought I knew where we were going, but I was wrong.
This is so much brain rot. This is as bad as when that fucking Quentin Reviews video just stops halfway through it and he just goes, "I fucking hate Trump."
I have gained a physical headache from this video. I want you to know this, Kendra. I have an actual headache.
Yeah, that was me a couple of months ago too.
Dead anyways. There is a difference between sexualization and objectification, no doubt. Watching High School DxD isn't going to turn you into a rapist any more than playing Call of Duty is going to turn you into a mass shooter. It's okay to enjoy watching it, but kind of like how so many mass shooters are avid COD fans, we shouldn't ignore the connection either. Media...
So I told you guys thought I was joking when I literally said like watching these things doesn't turn you into that, but we can't ignore the correlation.
He's such a fucking dumbass. Holy shit.
Literacy is important. Engage with the art you consume. Don't be oversensitive and understand that instead of feeling attacked, each and every debate, each and every conversation is an opportunity for you to expand your perspective. Thank you.
God, don't you show that fucking thing in the background.
You know what this video reminds me of? I'm putting this Mizu will pop it up. But
Did you want me to play this why nerd culture is scared of black people one?
We can, but specifically after this one. Here we go. What is it?
Thank you, Internet Zen Master, for the 5. By the way, I click away to check Twitter and come back to getting flashbanged by Iran war. The hell is wrong with this person?
I put it in the host chat. This is exactly what this video reminds me of.
Also, can I put this in the side? Oh, it's gonna pop it up in a new thing. Fair enough.
I feel nothing anymore.
You can't catch me. I'm the fastest thing alive.
Oh my god.
I was thinking about why so
I love this video. I love this video.
Participate in speed running. Huh? The reason is the left's lack of work ethic. What? Go fast rather than do it right. And in a Petersonian sense, Petersonian? To elevate alternative sexual archetypes in the marketplace. Fastest hedgehog. Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a beta male, Sonic.
About two-thirds of the video, I was like, what is this reminding me of? And I'm like, oh wait.
That's a classic video. That's a classic one.
You know that's based on a real tweet, right?
Yes, I unfortunately know. I've seen the tweet.
I witnessed that tweet in real time. I was like, oh my gosh, this person is serious.
That's a real person.
So how did you guys love the video?
Really quick, at risk of getting in more trouble, I'm just gonna do this.
Is that all you got, nigga?
Oh, no, nigga. That's just the tip of this iceberg. Read, nigga! Read!
brother, I don't know if it's just me. Like, I apparently, like, so, like, half my family hates reading, right? On my dad's side. The only ones that like to read me are my aunt and my dad. We are the exceptions of the norm.
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. Says, what? Tim, probably.
I don't get it. I hate how accurate that fucking Agorka sequence is. Niggas don't like to read, and I don't understand it. And I'm like, please.
Well, I guess we're gonna learn why nerd culture is scared of black people. Same creator, by the way, chat.
I need to grab a drink. Hold up, I need a drink. I need something.
Let me, because I laughed too hard. Let me come back in a quick second.
Also, here, I can do this. Go to his channel. Oh my god, he has a fucking Boondocks video. No. Blackwashing, watching anime while black.
You mean he'd have the black washing while black? I hate this. I hate this reality we live in.
Why do you call it a video essay? It's 10 minutes long. Chill.
Mizu, that's the longest his attention span will allow him to watch.
My Hero Academia and the Shonen Curse. I'm tired, boss. Why torture us? Why? Can we ban Kendra from picking videos? Hurry back, Ryan.
Yes, I can hear you.
Doesn't make you not a slut. I will consider chat later in the week. Doing the other video. If Kendra wants to drop by, we can watch through it at like 1.5 times. See how far we get.
Hello. I'm back. So
I'm technically back.
how you feel, Mizu? How you feel, Ryan?
Wait, here's how I feel.
So this video,
I don't know if I came through my cracked can.
okay, was it this video came out before the fan service video? And he humble bragged in his post about how this video isn't as controversial as his fan service video. He humble bragged a little bit. We'll see why.
Okay.
5. It was revealed that Ubisoft canceled an Assassin's Creed game in which you play as a former slave-killing Klansman. It was canceled over concerns regarding the political climate, as well as backlash associated with Assassin's Creed Shadows. The main criticism with that game centers around Yasuke, who, despite being real, is quite obscure and certainly wasn't the pivotal samurai the game portrays him as.
No, I wouldn't say it.
When has AC ever concerned itself with realism?
A lot, actually. Believe it or not, a lot. Sorry, I'm having a moment.
God.
The last Assassin's Creed game I played, George Washington was blasting people with a magic apple. But for some reason, when we talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows, everyone suddenly gets an armchair and a history PhD. And for every comment putting up the facade of an intellectual critique, there's one that sounds like they still haven't updated their racism software since the Jim Crow patch. Ubisoft has rewrote history, where sub-Saharan African migrant blood of Yasuke runs through the blood of the Imperial family. This is the most disgusting game in the history of gaming. From Political Awake or Colonel Otaku Gatekeeper. Racist, this is your man's. But more.
So you don't understand this, and I've had to talk about this multiple times. Yasuke, like in this game, is an actual affront to genuine Japanese culture. Like it is genuinely portrayed in the most blatantly offensive way humanly possible.
They had to patch out destroying shrine objects.
Yeah.
That's how bad this game was. They made the most loyal women of Japan a cheater.
Yes.
And you can date his daughter, too.
And they turned one of the more like borderline mythical figures in Japanese history into a cuck.
Yeah.
And the guy that got to write all of this, he made a book about his Yasuke fanfic, and then just swiftly removed the excerpt about how Japanese people are like really on board with black slavery. The figure with Yasuke, like the actual figure they were offering for the special edition, was him standing on top of the one-legged Torii gate. I've talked about it before. It seems like Assassin's Creed Shadows was tailor-made to disrespect every aspect of Japanese culture they possibly could. Like, it almost seems intentional with how disrespectful it is. There's a reason why the black and Asian divide grows big, and it's because of white people. And Ubisoft is one of them.
Luckily, it didn't affect our reputation with the Japanese too much, because Ubisoft is technically French.
Exactly.
So we were able to pin that one on the French.
The Japanese government went after the French. This affects them and not us.
Thank you, Lucian the Witch, for 5. Kendra brings the mental torture needed to life to develop resistance to stupid people. And P. Rary for thank you for the super. When the day comes, people will feel no sympathy for these individuals. All we wanted to do was play video games and watch cute girls do cute things.
But boobies?
Rather than making me outraged or offended, my initial reaction to the AC Shadow controversy was more or less confusion. Cause haven't we done this before? Shogun is an HBO series that aired back in 2024. Based on the novel by James Clavell, the protagonist John Blackthorne gets shipwrecked in Japan, adopted into the service of a powerful Japanese lord, is granted the rank of samurai, and aids in his conquest. Deja vu, anyone? So how?
No, not.
People don't like, but people also. I don't think a lot of people like The Last Samurai that much.
No, the thing is, The Last Samurai. He's not talking about The Last Samurai. He's talking about a show called Shogun.
No,
he wouldn't mention The Last Samurai because a lot of people don't know that the white guy in Last Samurai is not The Last Samurai. It's the samurai he is writing about that he is following along with.
Yeah.
Although my understanding is the guy in Shogun was also a real character. Like not a real character, a real person. Yasuke, again, also a real person, but he's none of the stuff the game tries to portray him as, and it's everything else that happens with him that's disrespectful. It's not just the existence of Yasuke.
But you're just a white nationalist who is LARPing Japanese culture, so shut up, bigot.
Exactly are these two so different? What separates Blackthorne and Yasuke? Well, the answer is 600 years of propaganda and race science.
I told you this video was gonna be bad. That's why I debated sending either this one first or that one from the Fanservice video. When I said this guy's gonna go on a long rant about white nationalism, I mean it's a long rant.
My head hurts already.
Remember, this is gonna connect back to why black people aren't allowed in nerd culture. Remember, this is about anime, everybody.
Oh, was it? I thought this was one of those videos.
In the aftermath of World War I, Italy got very...
All right. Go on. No, just let it go. Just let it go, music. Just let it go. Just let it go. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
The economy was wrecked, its government was weak, and there was a steep political divide that exacerbated every issue. And so strolled in the father of fascism, Benito Mussolini. His idea went something like this. What if I was able to somehow unite everyone under a single common cause, to forgo individuality and instead place their trust and belief in nationality and culture itself? It would require a singular strongman, a charismatic pinnacle of the culture, and of course, an emphasis on militarism, so that no one steps out of line. But see, the two most important elements to make fascism work are an enemy to fight and a history to mythologize. See, a lot of people look at a term like white nationalism and just kind of file it under that folder in their head labeled racist stuff. But let's actually break it down. White nationalists believe that all white people are part of a collective, and that collective is both...
They actually don't.
They literally don't.
If you actually were talk to like a white nationalist, they literally have like tiers of white. Which
it's true.
Which you should have already known by how they talk about Jews. But
now the Jewish people, remember back in the day, never forget the potato famine.
In fact, it's super funny that he brings up Benito Mussolini because white nationalists hate Italians for some reason. Like specifically, uniquely Italians.
It's because at one point they were tanned.
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. Ubisoft went out of its way to insult Japan. They could have emasculated Japanese men even more and cuckolded more famous historical figures. Ubisoft would have done it.
How you liking the video so far?
He's an idiot. He literally has no idea what he's talking about.
Remember, this is about nerd culture. Remember, this is about anime.
Under attack, yet inherently superior. Superior to what exactly? Well, we'll come back to that in a second, but first we gotta tackle the most fundamental flaw in this line of thinking, that being whitehood isn't a real thing. Race isn't genealogy, nor is it ethnicity. Again, the first rule of fascism is to mythologize history.
Do black people next.
The problem in this argument is like literally that's what black people do. They're just as bad.
Yeah.
Most times worse. God forbid you were a mixed race child growing up. God, good luck.
It's just funny because they always say it about white people. It's like, so you don't believe black people have a culture? It's like, wait, I didn't say that. It's different.
Yeah, you literally did. I hate it. I hate it, Weezer. I hate
White
it.
nationalism needs you to buy into the thought process that for thousands of years our ancestors all lived in perfectly hegemonic ethnostates in which
They actually kind of did.
in a Petersonian sense.
In a Petersonian sense, they kind of did.
Here we go.
Okay, they said it's like, you have to believe our forefathers lived in a hegemonic, ethno-state. They kind of fucking did. It's... if anybody came into their ethno-state that was a different race, they were typically a slave.
Yeah, it's almost like people didn't travel that often.
People didn't have boats readily available.
Well, you guys didn't have boats.
There weren't boats, there weren't cars, there weren't trains, there definitely as fuck weren't planes. Like
No, Mizu, didn't you know? Black people invented planes thousands of years ago, but then Yakub ruined it.
It's just fun. They'll have you believe that for thousands of years people lived in hegemonic ethno-states. They fucking did. Like, how did you not know this?
A, culture mattered way more than it actually did in history, but also B,
Culture mattered way more than it did in history. Yeah, no, culture mattered a lot.
skin color equals culture? This is the logical fallacy that critical race theory tries to point out. Scientifically speaking, no one is really white. They are Irish, or they are Italian, or they are Syrian.
No, they're white. We're white because my skin color is white. I don't like understand where you guys are going with this kind of dumb argument. I get what you're trying to say, that like white people don't have like a unified white culture. But when you're like, well, whiteness isn't real. Yes, it is. It's a description of a skin color. I have it. He has it. And he has it. Just like black is a description of a skin color. You have it. Kendra has it. Other black people have it.
It's so annoying.
It's a thing.
It's so annoying because, like, yeah, he's so close to being right, but he's wrong.
I told you that was pretty much his videos in a nutshell. It's like
you're so fucking close.
But then he goes on all this pseudo intellectual crap, be like, you see, and in a Petersonian sense,
it's like, no, you're correct. There is technically just humans. We're all the same race. You're right there, but at the same time, I can't take you seriously because I know exactly how black people act.
Yeah,
they're the ones that are going, well, yeah, black isn't a thing, but there's also no white culture. By your definition, there's no black culture.
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. Superior to what exactly? Europe conquered the majority of the world by that point, so oh god, the idiot is invoking critical race theory, cultural Marxist alert. I mean, he's invoking feminist theory last time.
Mizu, can you bring me with you to Agartha? I don't want to be here anymore.
Chad says I have to give him his dues because we don't hear chirps, at least.
You know what? You haven't heard from me and Kendra.
Ryan, that's because you're coons. I've seen what Twitter says about you.
True.
Yeah, check it out.
So?
There are a grand total of 5 races according to the US government, meaning Syrians are white. And over the course of history, basically every...
Actually, there's an other category on that.
Do you know why they actually have that like that?
No.
So
Why?
the reason, so back in the day, and I found this out because I did my own research. Back in the day, the reason why it's very small like that is because the reason was it the reason why certain groups of races are mixed as white is because if you were considered white, you would not be discriminated against. So, like a good example, if you were Jewish, you were discriminated against because you identified as Jewish. For a little bit, there was a kind of fight for Mexican people because they didn't want to be discriminated against, and so they were like, "Well, technically, I'm white." And so they then legally classified them as white until more recently, where they're like, "Okay, yeah, no, you're like a separate thing," but like. They had to fight for that because they didn't want to be discriminated against. And you would know that if you did research and not pulled out in a Petersonian sense.
Are you just going to use in a Petersonian sense all the time now?
I hope not, but this guy's, he's basically the nerd emoji, like you said.
He's radiating Petersonian sense energy.
Thank you, James Simpson, for the super. The whole "if you don't like Yasuke, you're a racist" really falls apart when you remember AC3's protag is a Native American, and his story criticizes how the natives were treated by the revolutionaries. Yeah, they like to skim over that part, and they like to be like, well, they just hate him because he's black. Well, at some point, do you not have to ask yourself why white nationalists apparently love every single race but black people?
They don't.
Well, like, that's ends up being his argument, right? All these people are white nationalists, and they're perfectly fine with like Native Americans, with Asians, with all these other races. They just uniquely hate black people. And does it never like? Do you never think in your head like maybe they don't uniquely hate black people? Maybe this one thing I like is uniquely bad.
It's also the fact that white nationalist hates literally everybody that's not white.
Yeah.
And like you said, they have a tier list.
The immigrant group has at one point attempted to argue that they belong in Whiteville. Mexicans, Middle Easterners, Asians, all of these groups...
Kendra, he mentioned the thing. He mentioned it, Kendra.
Yeah.
Themselves were at one point labeled as white. And of course, Jewish people, Irish, Italians, all of these groups were once considered not white. So what exactly is the truth? The debate over what is white matters solely due to what being white means. For a long time, American citizenship was limited to people who were classified as white. It is quite literally an exclusionary designation that doesn't mean anything on its own. It lets you know who is welcome to the club.
Okay, you're starting to mix up your history a bit here. Like you're starting to go like hundreds of years between each other and trying to put them like side by side each other. Can't do that.
Well, I can because this is my YouTube video.
And who should keep walking? So, what is whiteness? The answer is whiteness is not black.
Oh man, this guy would not. This guy would basically have a heart attack if he saw how the Irish retreated back then. There's a reason we have the term the red-headed stepchild.
I will never get over it when people say stupid shit like this. They never once in their head be like, why are people like uniquely against black people? Because they're not. It's just you and yours, because your specific community sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Who do white nationalists believe they are superior to? Anything that is the other. Looking through old census is one of the most damning arguments against white nationalism, since you get to watch in real time as the US government struggles to figure out what they themselves define as race. The belief would honestly be laughable if it didn't kill millions of people.
Oh, there it
is. You know, I just realized throughout this entire argument, he's saying white is when it's not black, and this ignores everything Asian.
Exactly.
It just ignores like the entire
I hate this entire thing. Again, he's so close.
This is just funny with recent events proving that Asians are in fact invited to the cookout.
Yeah, we love them. They're great.
Think of fascism, they think of Mustache Man. What is conveniently left out of the conversation is just how many of Hitler's ideas he got from watching the United States.
No, we didn't.
Animal.
Fun fact: Hitler actually liked black people.
He did.
So this is, it's funny that you bring up the funny mustache man, because for some reason he had like an odd affinity for black people. He was also really big on employees having a 30-minute work break. In fact, we got the 30-minute work break from Nazi Germany. It got exported to the rest of the world.
And animal rights.
He was really big on animal rights, yeah. He was huge on women's suffrage.
It's almost like he had very specific things he did because of the time how Germany was. It's crazy.
Germany, surprisingly, was on the forefront of a whole bunch of improvements to the world for some bizarre reason, because Hitler could not keep his ideology straight. To say, oh, he got his ideas from America. Clearly not.
Apparently, America wasn't loving dogs enough.
Romans hated the Jews. That was really all he did. It was that's where he got from America.
Where are we going with
Hitler
this?
was greatly inspired by Jim Crow, and in the early stages, the Nazis based their judicial persecution of the Jewish people off of a similar model.
Is that what you're trying to go for? We gave the Nazis Jim Crow?
You know.
What crack are you on?
This is more about like everything else but the Nazis.
Yeah, Jim Crow was after World War II.
Oh,
I'm correct.
Oh, that makes this worse.
The Jim Crow era was in 1977 through 1877. Maybe it wasn't before.
Yeah. It began in the South in 1877 and lasted until the mid 1960s.
Yeah, never mind.
I've never heard anyone say that Hitler had based his persecution of Jews off Jim Crow.
I actually did think it was afterwards, but I could be wrong. I was wrong. I'm okay. I'll take that L.
What was most core to this were their laws prohibiting interracial marriage. We are definitely going to touch back on that at the end, but first I want to harken back to those two golden rules of fascism: mythologize and create an enemy. You see, if you want people to kill and enslave for the sake of the culture, you need to convince them the culture is worth killing and enslaving for.
A lot of people try and say this shit about like Nazi Germany. You guys don't seem to understand. Nazi Germany came about because Germany was a destitute nation where it was genuinely more effective to burn your money for warmth than it was to spend it on firewood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people are like, oh, Germany has this, it has that, it has this, it has that. No, it was the way it was because it was an entire nation of homeless people.
It was also the era of one-day millionaires.
Yeah, like
because of how much their currency would fluctuate. You get young adults who would they would get their work for the month. They get paid monthly, and then they had to burn it essentially in a day because it'd be worthless.
Like, you just don't it was such a complex issue, and everybody always wants to burn it down to, oh, well, Hitler was just like that convincing. No. Things were a shit show.
Not only that, but you got to remember, it was also right off of World War I where they had they spent all the money in the war. Then because they lost the war, they were destitute because every other country was like, well, we can treat you like garbage. We can keep treating you like garbage because you started the war. That's not going to have any irreversible effects at all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Internet Zen. Unironically, the painter had no issue with Jesse Owens beating the Germans in the 1936 Olympics. He was like, well, guess we need to up our Ubermensch game. Germany didn't need Jim Crow pogroms existed. I think you might mean programs? There might be actually be something called pogroms, though. Who knows?
But the thing is, it's you have like an entire country of just genuinely angry individuals at this point. For a lot of reasons, they're angry, not just one.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, spoiler, that's...
Everybody always wants to just burn it down to Hitler was just uniquely convincing.
No, they're all angry at the world, and he's like, I'm gonna sweep in and grab the thing they're all angry at.
Yeah.
I'm not to say he wasn't smart about it, and I don't like to give him credit for a lot of things, but he did the right thing. He played
People
politics,
also
right?
try and be like, oh, well, Hitler stoked up hate against like Jewish people. People don't like to talk about this because it makes the rest of the world look like shit, because the rest of the world was kind of like shit during that time. Because when people were telling like Britain and other countries, hey, just so you know, Germany's like killing Jews and we're refugees to get away from Germany, they would send them back. Because a lot of countries had very heavy anti-Jewish sentiment at the time, not just Germany.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Was
it? There's a reason why it took so long for them to actually like be acknowledged as a country, because they just didn't like them. They were like, "Oh, was it? We're still finding. Where was it? I think a couple of years ago they found just a safe full of gold. Where did the gold come from? It came from somewhere in World War II. We just don't know who the owners are." Like, you weren't the only ones doing it. What is it? Why do you think it took so long? You think it took them that long to notice that Hitler was doing all that stuff? They only got upset because Hitler was overreaching into their territory.
Yeah, like it's a very ahistorical view of the world that really convinces me that you stopped paying attention in like elementary school history class and never moved past that.
Which is funny because I think I learned most of this stuff from my middle school textbook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is difficult because there is no culture worth killing and enslaving for. So you must craft one. And while you're at it, why not create cultures worth being killed and enslaved? See,
that goes pretty hard though, I'm not gonna lie.
Your own culture. Why not lie about others? This comes in the form of fear-mongering, racist stereotypes, and other kinds of propaganda you're likely to hear this Thanksgiving. But I want to actually talk about a more obscure form of this mythologizing, and that is what we see in the world of art and entertainment. Yeah, this video's about that, remember? Key to the mythology of a fascist state is the notion that culture is absolute, both in its importance as well as its hegemony. There is a reason for the salute, the uniforms, the slogan, the specific beauty standards. Fascism requires a model of excellence and a series of tropes that define the culture being marketed. Every facet of life must fit the brand, and this extends to art. This is how we arrive at media censorship, book burning, or the example I want to highlight here, Nazi art exhibitions. Right next to their own shining examples of what it means to be a proud Aryan creator, you'd have entire sections of the displays demonstrating what was not accepted. Much of this was art created by Jewish or black artists and was labeled the monstrous offspring of insanity.
Pause that. It was almost exclusively Jewish people.
Like, I don't know why he keeps trying to like rope black people into the Holocaust.
Again.
Well, you see, Mizu, it's just like there are black people in Japan. There are black Jewish people too.
We was Jews and shit.
No.
Not only that, but it's like you do realize he did this because he was jealous of all the people that he lost to when he went to art school.
Yeah.
He just did
literally
petty.
He's almost probably grabbing all these people are probably from the said art school.
Oh, thank you, Toa, for the super. And then you had the Banderites in Ukraine, who even the Germans were like, oh, wow, going kind of hard, aren't you?
Oh my gosh.
Ineptitude and sheer degeneracy. So while you bask at the degeneracy before you, I want you to consider where we might have heard similar ideas before. From rap music, to video games, to the Super Bowl halftime show. See, fascism...
See, you can't do that, because those things are like actual degeneracy. And it's like what always blows my mind is like, why are you calling our music degenerate? You're singing about raping women. Like,
not only that, but like Listen, I don't mind football. I'm not a football fan. My family is a football fan. I don't come to the Super Bowl to watch the halftime show and you're half naked.
Like this, it's the stupid argument you hear all the time of where else have you heard people call things degenerate? In places where degenerate things are. Some stuff just is degenerate. Just because Hitler applied degenerate to random art pieces he didn't like doesn't mean that you twerking on a 5-year-old's face isn't also degenerate.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a stupid argument. It's like, if I call like an OnlyFans girl degenerate, it's like, you know who else called things degenerate? Hitler. Now don't you feel silly? No, I don't.
I'm starting to think Hitler was right.
Keep in mind, again, you got to remember this video came out before the fan service video, so you got to remember the in hindsight. Hindsight.
So what you're saying is he agrees with Hitler. Kendra, that's what you just told me. He agrees with Hitler.
So he made a video about Hitler, and then he made a second video basically called Hitler Was Right.
Yeah, you want to breathe the mustache man.
It's degeneracy. By the way, fan service. That's an outdated thing, right?
Also, thank you for the 69 biddies, Gabby. Says we were Jewish and bisexual and sheep.
You're not going to meet a group of people that hate bisexuals and black people more than you will ever meet the black community.
Is rather fragile, and fascists are aware of this fact. That is why art is so important to them. On one end, it is the ultimate exchange of ideas, but on the other end, it is the ultimate opportunity to rewrite the narrative. Step 1, mythologize. Step 2, create art that feeds into the mythology. And you know that you've won once anything not feeding into it starts to feel out of place. Eventually, anything that doesn't fit is regarded as lowbrow at best, or at worst, people call it an attack on the culture. After
Pause
this video,
that. Where did that comment come from? Why did you specifically crop that comment out? What do you mean? No random person just says that.
Yeah.
Did you know modern art was a government psyop?
It is, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the government. Modern art is a government psyop towards Russia. It's not even towards black people.
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. No culture worth enslaving for. Stares at Ghana, especially after the shit they pulled in the UN by claiming the slave trade is the greatest crime in humanity, and they, slavers, deserve reparations.
Okay, bro.
Check out this video essay by Jacob.
I'll have to show Kendra the video on the government side later.
Art in part inspired this video you're watching now.
Yeah, his video was mega fucking stupid. And I say this as somebody who's liked some of Jacob Geller's videos. The problem is he gets way lost in the sauce, and he has no idea what he's talking about when he does.
Oh,
First time?
He's like, this is why the right hates art. No, everybody hates modern art. Stop saying the right hates modern art. Everybody thinks it's retarded. Everybody constantly tells you it looks like it's a fucking it's either A, a psyop, or B, it's a fucking money laundering organization that's just people pretending to like really shitty art so they can trade millions of dollars back and forth and not get taxed on it.
Listen, there's a reason why that banana went viral. Clearly, it was a government psyop.
It really was.
But all that said, I do get hating modern art, because I used to hate it as well.
What do you mean you used to hate it? You should still hate it.
Part of
but the banana has so much meaning, right?
To name a character we related to. As we went around the table, the trend was everyone picked a character who was as obviously similar to themselves as possible. This didn't necessarily have to do with race, though it did often align. An autistic classmate of mine chose an autistic character. The gay black guy chose a gay black character, you get it. Well, when it got to me, I really struggled with this. I like Black Panther, sure, but if you ask me...
Because I wanted to be like Hitler. If he dropped that, I would say the entire video sarcasm. But he didn't. He's not gonna drop that, obviously.
More T'Challa or Naruto? Well, it's not even close. Black Panther was about to come out,
It's
and the
Naruto.
hype around it, well, you had to be there. People were talking about it like he was the first ever black superhero. And while I'm not saying the movie wasn't a big deal, I have mixed emotions regarding where that hype came from.
Because it's a shit movie.
At the time, who, while discussing Marvel, said, "I'm excited for you. Now it's like you guys have your Superman too."
Nobody said this to you. You are
Literally
lying through
nobody.
your fucking
Literally
teeth.
Literally nobody said that.
Nobody said this to you.
It annoys me because I hate this fact because anyone can relate to Superman.
Yeah.
Like, that's like his whole thing.
But
Like, don't get me wrong.
Superman is white.
Yeah.
So anyways, Kendra, you know who else was white? Hitler.
No, he wasn't. Hitler was Jewish.
He was, yeah. Probably.
He's outside of the tier list. He's Jewish.
He's South African.
True.
Now, to be clear, I don't think this individual was trying to segregate superheroes. I
Why
brought
is
this
it
story up because of how well it illustrates the subtle reinforcement by our society.
Do you guys know about the BAFTA awards?
What?
Do you guys know about the recent BAFTA awards?
Is this the one where the guy was he had God, what the fuck is it called? He had Tourette's and he accidentally said the N-word.
Yeah.
I respect that. I don't know if I'm more respecting the embassy actually showed it or the fact that they
Not only that,
Oh no,
I
they
think the
issued an apology. And
that's cringe.
people were saying that they should have warned people that he was going to say racial slurs. And probably the worst thing I saw in regards to this was there was a black church that was like one of those big televangelist churches where the pastor literally gets up on stage and says that the Tourette's guy should be careful because if they see him, they're going to beat the shit out of him. In a church!
Oh my gosh! What?
You know, I'm starting to think the white guys got it right.
Like there were so many people that's like, oh yeah, no, the Tourette's guy, he better be careful because if we see him in public, we're gonna kick the shit out of him because you can't say that word. It's Tourette's. Do you guys just not know what that means? Fucking Google it. You've got the universe in your hands. Google it.
It's even better because the whole movie was literally about Tourette's, and he won the movie because of his Tourette's, and then got into controversy because of his Tourette's.
This is the joke is writing itself.
That black is other. It is a quiet yet pervasive voice constantly telling us that white and black don't mix. Of course, a black man could never relate to Superman, but we got this other fictional guy for you. Don't worry, he fails the brown paper.
Do you mean? What do you mean, bro?
Okay, now I am using the Family Guy chart unironically.
Really quick, Soul Knight, thank you for the super. To quote Nerdotic, Black Panther movie managed to guilt trip people into watching this movie. If you did not go see this movie, you're racist. That was their marketing scheme. That, and I have to say, like, he frames this like, oh, white people did this to us. No, black people did this to themselves. This whole, like, we can't relate with white people. White people are other. We didn't make you other. There's a reason the Japanese are currently invited to the Texas barbecue and you're not, because you're kind of a dick. It has nothing to do with race.
I hate this.
Test just fine, but really, you look hard enough and you can find this social exclusion everywhere. This is what someone who lives in a suburb should look like, not this. This is what.
Oh my god.
This isn't remotely the same thing.
And you can find the social exclusion everywhere. This is what someone who lives in a suburb should look like, not this.
It's not because they're black, it's because they look like hood trash.
Yeah. Can I
if you see like Obama and his wife in their nice clean cut suits, is somebody going to look at them and say, you know what? They belong in the hood. They don't belong in a suburb.
Not only that, even like what is it? Even in like like black suburban neighborhoods, they will have a variation of this that is a lot cleaner and more acceptable in like quotes. It's like if you to the point where if you put these two side by side, you would trust the more clean cut one than this. Because if I saw this, I think I would probably get jumped.
Why didn't they take another picture, one where her eye isn't closed?
Yeah.
No, because she's the only white girl there. They had to make sure that she knew that she wasn't seeing color.
I'm pretty sure she's still black. It's just really unfortunate lighting, and she's like a lighter black.
It's so hard to tell from this. I couldn't tell you.
Thank you, Banana Bomber Kang, for the super. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Ween.
Wait, almost all of their eyes are kind of shut.
Yeah, but hers is like very noticeable because it looks like she has one shut, like almost like she's got a lazy eye.
I don't know why, but wait. I feel like this is AI. I don't know why my brain thinks this is AI.
No, I could see it being AI because her eyes look really fucked up and weird.
Look at the guy's hands in the back. I'm trying to do that with my own hand. It does not look like that.
Well, he's got his hand turned towards him.
Yeah, you know, I have a hand. I'm turning it now, and I'm turning it back. I can see it in the camera.
And there's like weird stuff you wouldn't do for a picture. Like he's got his hand stuck inside of his ripped jeans.
Yeah.
This is AI.
I think it might be.
It's AI.
Actually AI.
I think you AI generated. I want to see the prompt you entered in. I want to know what prompt you put in AI to get this.
I've been sitting here staring at this and like, this is off. This is weird. This is throwing me off.
What we're hearing is that he had to find this or prompt it himself.
I didn't. Okay, look at the main guy in the front. Look where his shoulders should be, and look at his sleeves and legs. And look how, because if you look at this, the length of his fingers, and now that I'm looking at his actual fingers, they actually are kind of weird.
Yes.
Oh my god, this is actually AI. Holy shit. How? How did you fuck up this bad? How did you fuck up this bad?
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. There's literally a black Superman, John Henry Irons, aka Steel. There's a white person in that second photo. He disproves his own argument.
This is what someone who listens to country should look like.
Now pause.
Why is he Asian?
Yeah, no, that's accurate though.
Fair.
Although I think it's also, I don't know. At this point, I'm thinking it's
he says this like this is weird. Like, yeah, they're all wearing cowboy hats.
This is, yeah, the guy on the right who's Asian.
They're most likely
He's got an
like
American flag bandana.
Based.
They're like most likely at like an outdoor concert too.
Yeah, you can see the concert in the background.
Yeah, this is the concert, bro. That's not the people that like country music. That's a concert. Oh, fun fact: my very black from Detroit cop stepdad like country way more than my dad does.
Fair.
I want to point that out.
Not this.
No, I would think he liked country.
That's my stepdad.
Is that Kanye?
That's essentially my stepdad. I hope so. I hope so. My thing is,
you say it like it's weird. If I saw this black guy walk up to me with a fucking American flag cowboy hat, I'm like, that dude's listening to fucking Toby Keith.
That's the safest person I feel about being around right now.
Yeah.
I feel safe around that man.
Why do you think we wouldn't think he listens to country? Like
well,
he's quintessential. He's in the uniform.
He's wearing the look.
But no, he's doing it.
Shirtless.
He's black, so he's doing it unironically, like Afro Man.
He has more American on than the rest of them.
Yeah.
He has the whole hat. He is unironically. He's not only. They're drinking Budweiser. This man is drinking Bud Light, actual white trash drink. By the way,
like you show this, and you're like, you guys wouldn't think this guy would listen to country. Yes, we would.
He absolutely would.
This is a you problem, not an us problem.
He's just showing. This guy is just racist.
Of course, it harkens back to the Nazis.
Oh, here you are. No, go back. I was enjoying.
By the way, chat, remember, this is about anime and nerd culture.
Oh, we're at 10 minutes in. We haven't even talked about nerd culture.
Who lives in a suburb should look like, not this. This is what someone who listens to country should look like, not this. Of course, it harkens back to the Nazis.
I can't get over that.
This is what art should look like.
It's such whiplash. This is
I
what
mean, that
someone
is
who
very-
listens to country
that
should
is
look
very
like.
nice art. I do like that art. It looks good. It looks pristine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it's a little homoerotic.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, this art is also perfectly fine.
This. But I did more than just question my blackness at school. As part of my writing program, I had the pleasure of seeing a friend of mine have his work performed on stage. Art school can get pretty weird. Theater
Oh, he went to art school, Mizu. That explains it.
Yeah.
Mizu, this explains. That's how he found that person that said, "Oh, now you guys have a black Superman," because he's surrounded by people that are as retarded as he is.
That's a fair point. Thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. The amount of blacks/Afro-Caribbeans who listen to white country island artists like Jimmy Buffett is off the charts. Bro sucks at stereotypes.
Listen, there's a reason why I quote this one video that talked about Hollywood producers who like write stuff. White Hollywood white directors. All right, I'm a black guy. Yo. Black people who write black people. I'm a normal black person. Theater kids who write black people. I was a slave. My father was a slave. My mother was a slave. My daughter was a slave. My children were slaves.
Also, I'm sure Royd probably like gets this one a little bit, but it's not a secret that I live in the southern United States, and I live close to areas that would both be considered hood and country in opposite directions. I have seen just as many people that I would see like a black dude and be like, yeah, that's a hood rat, and just as many people that I'm like, yeah, that guy would go to the rodeo with me. Like, you can sit here and be like, why do we think people look a certain way? Because how you dress and how you act actually does inform, like, a little bit of your personality. I don't know why we pretend it doesn't.
It's almost like that's a culture thing, because they have a culture.
Yeah.
So there's a rule if you want to find the hood. If there's a Martin Luther King Street, there's the hood.
I don't think we have a Martin Luther King Street, but we do have an area where if you get close enough and you stay for at least 5 minutes, you will hear a gunshot.
Yeah, that's fair. So in Florida, at least within 2 cities of each other, I found 3 Martin Luther King Streets.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And all 3 of them have a hood attached to them. Different hoods, by the way. Different hoods.
Yes, it did feel like an episode of Victorious at times.
You're not comparing Victorious of all things.
He's saying his experience in art skill was like Victorious.
I don't think it was. Where's your quirked up white girl?
Opened with a 5-minute monologue about gooning. No, I'm not kidding. And every time you thought it was over,
you know who else liked
it got
gooning?
so much worse. It was the exact kind of material that would have been labeled degenerate barbarism by the Nazis or modern art by the far right today.
Because it's degenerate.
First off,
I did a 5-minute speech about gooning, and the far right would say that's degenerate. Yeah, it is.
You know who else would call it degenerate? The entire internet.
Yeah, that's like a left thing that people call degenerate things now, anyways.
Just the entire internet. The entire internet came together to clown on Pokemon for getting hacked because one of the guys clicked on a porn ad, and then made fun of Typhlosion for like a week.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy it turned out to be Typhlosion, not Hypno. It makes my day so much better.
In your fucking most recent video about fan service, you made a Diddy joke.
That's because he likes Hitler. He agrees with Hitler. It's his own words. It's his own words.
He's so dumb.
Yet, even trying to keep an open mind, I didn't exactly get it. That was until after the show, when I spoke to some other guy friends who did get it. They opened up to me about their porn addiction, something some of them had been struggling with since middle school.
The weed socks, man.
You're in a community of porn-addicted weirdos.
Oh
and
my
you
God.
wonder why everybody else looks weird to you. How do you not get it? How do you not like look around yourself and say all my friends are fucking lunatics? And instead of saying like maybe I'm in a weird spot, you look at the rest of the world and you're like, no, my porn addicted gooner friends are normal. It's everyone else who's weird.
Me too. That would require self-reflection. And we can't have that in this 15-minute videos about nerd culture and...
I fucking can't, bro.
This who was a who fucked this title of this video up?
Thank you, Banana Bomber Kang. The Soof will rise again. And another one for just look for a Family Dollar or a Church's or Popeyes and a rundown liquor store. You will find a hood.
And you're not kidding about that Family Dollar. We got like a huge one over here, and the parking lot looks like a ghetto.
To be fair, I'm in the South, so you can't actually use churches to determine that.
Yeah, churches are...
There's a church on every street corner. It's more popular than McDonald's.
It's true.
And thank you, Internet Zen, for the super. The fact Hypno dodged the allegations from the hack is still baffling to me. Thanks for the mental flashbang, Royan.
It's what I do. So I ate Chinese food.
That monologue was the first time they had ever felt seen, that their addiction wasn't being treated as a joke. That is what representation is, and that's why it's so important.
You don't need representation if you are a porn-addicted weirdo. You need therapy.
I was gonna say, I'm like, wait a minute, what? Hold on. let me roll that back real quick.
My friends that are porn addicted gooners, they felt really seen by that. Why do they need to feel seen? Why do they need to be represented? They need to go talk to a fucking therapist to deal with their shit.
No, then you're an actual therapist, not an affirming therapist too.
Holy shit, you are such a fucking weirdo.
Where do you find these people?
Chat, remember when somebody in the world says that you're weird, just remember that these people exist.
Just like how not everyone has a porn addiction, not everyone is a black woman or a gay.
Perfect pausing point. It's a perfect pausing point, Mizu. I can't see it, but we're paused on something very powerful.
Just like not everyone has a porn addiction, not everyone is black.
You know what else? Not everyone's Hitler, but you are. This is your fault, Sandra. Now die, please.
How do people make these videos?
How do they make these videos and not, after reading it back to themselves, look at this and say,
Comparing a porn addiction to my literal existence. Choice. We're comparing a literal choice someone made to someone who has to someone who exists in life. Oh my gosh, it's so garbage.
Thank you, Internet Zen. Feeling seen? No, you should be shamed for that. What the fuck is this? And thank you, Soul Knight. Mizu, they do get therapy from BetterHelp. That's the problem.
You guys, do you guys know the image of from Spider-Verse where it's like an edited image of Peter putting a gun in his mouth?
Oh God, no.
That's me right now. That's me right now. I'm contemplating it.
I always think about the Kana one where she's eating the gun.
That one.
She's got the massive mouth and it's like, ah.
Personally, to be on theme with this video, you know that one Miles Morales meme where it's like, I made a mistake? That's this video in a nutshell.
No, here it is, Mizu. This is the image.
Man or a Latin American.
I put your DMs.
Not everything is for you, and that's all right. It seems so simple when you put it like that, but conservatives are selfish man-children who are not okay with anything falling outside their immediate circle of understanding and or use.
Fucking pronouns!
Part of that is because fascism runs completely
Someone
contrary.
made fun of him for that.
And the problem is he's still right.
He's still right.
The problem is he ends up being right.
And
because I made fun of him for that.
The other problem is like not everything is made for you. Yet you have multiple videos about how stuff that is made for me shouldn't be made for me. Like that's every other video you make is why something that is made for a group of people shouldn't be made for that group of people. And that's why nobody takes this shit seriously, where you're like, oh, there's nothing made for me. Please tell me, why is Superman not made for black people? Why is it exclusively anti-black people? What about it had to be changed so black people could enjoy it? Same with Spider-Man. Why did you need black Spider-Man? Specifically, why could you not relate to Peter Parker, who is a poor kid who didn't have parents, lost the only parental figure he really had other than Aunt May, and just had like a really strong sense of justice?
No, me too. They lost their only male parental figure walking. Essentially, the only difference is theirs didn't go out to get milk. That's what they can relate me to.
He just got shot in gang violence.
Yeah, they can't relate that clearly.
What's a milk equivalent for white people?
Cigarettes.
Yeah, Uncle Ben went out to get cigarettes and unfortunately got caught up in some gunfire.
No. Uncle Ben was being the best uncle ever, was out looking for Peter, like a parent would do to their teenager in New York fucking City.
Thank you, P. Rary, for the super. I will be forever happy due to Pippa for clowning on Hassan Piker the way she did, trying so hard not to glow. There. Asgard is my hood. By Odin's Fade.
by Odin's Fade. I hate it. Don't remind me that exists.
To this idea, it has to group you into the us versus them mentality. The idea of white is necessary because if everyone is a unique human being capable of engaging with others' ideas, well then there is no such thing as an other anymore. Therein lay the beauty of art. It is non-conforming. It is the expression of the soul itself. It's human.
That dispatch?
It might be. I like that we're about to talk about AI, but before we do, I always love videos like this where he spends every time talking about how white people don't get it, how white people are part of a fascist state, blah, 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 blah. And then at the very end, he goes, we shouldn't be othering people. We're all one race, man. We're like the human race. It's like, shut the fuck up. All you've done the entire video is other people.
You're not othering people. Art is an expression of all races, except white people. White people are weird.
True.
AI is the worst thing ever created. I am only.
I can see it on the bottom. This section is just titled "Fuck AI." Oh my god! There's a fucking guru right there.
Wait, what?
Oh, give it a minute. In about 3 minutes, in about 1 minute, there's a Gura picture in the timeline. A black Gura.
Oh no!
I'm going to speak on this briefly because I honestly don't think I need more than a paragraph to make my case. There is a reason why AI is the aesthetic of so many white supremacists.
Oh. Okay.
I fucking can't.
There's a reason
Tender's
AI
dying.
whitewashes everything by default. There's a reason why AI bots are frequently manipulated by their handlers to promote racist, authoritarian propaganda. There's a reason AI is...
Yeah, you know why?
Because it's really funny.
You know why? Not only is it really funny, third world countries can make money on X. What gets the most attention? Just blatant racism. And you click on the tweet because it has a blue check mark. And then you give them pennies to the dollar in their third world country that they racked up for today's bonus at some sweatshop.
Thank you, Internet Zen Master. Wah, AI bad. Wah. Ignore the fact that I used AI to make images for my video. Your case is non-existent. You just suck at writing prompts.
I just realized because you mentioned the black girl later on, I'm gonna lose my shit again. I'm about to make my own gun and mouth meme.
Programs like Brock to produce obscene child material. AI is an attempt by the incomprehensibly wealthy to bankrupt and brainwash you. Now the mythology can be edited in real time. It's two birds with one stone. They can censor the artist while painting over history. Don't fall for the scam. Fuck AI.
Hey, so we're pausing that real quick. I've seen when AI first blew up, I saw so many fake Black Asians, are like images and colorizations being like, here's some Black people from the Native American tribe, and it's literally like that image isn't real.
Oh my god, it's a real conversation. Can I have a small diatribe about that real quick?
Go for it.
So when my brother was crashing with me, and the AI was exploding, he showed me like, well, there's Black Native American. I'm like, that's AI. And then he goes, well, maybe Hitler was actually Black, and I'm like, go on, go on with that statement.
No.
And I'm like, yes, please explain. He goes, well, the original Adolf Hitler was a Black guy, but then like the current Adolf Hitler assassinated him and took the name and replaced it. I'm like, oh, we're going down this rabbit hole today. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. Sure thing, brother. You go ahead. I'm gonna go shoot myself now.
Right here, we're gonna get to
real
Black
conversation
Girl.
to have, my brother. Real conversation with my brother.
So, we are finally here. Let's take everything we went over and see if we can at last answer why Black cosplayers get bullied out of the hobby. Why Black VTubers...
Okay, pause. Oh, God. They don't. They literally don't get bullied out of the hobby. I was screaming the last time you guys saw a video about this. I was screaming in the truck at the top of my lungs. I'm pretty sure people heard me in the car next to them.
We did all this serious talk about and white supremacy to be like
13 minutes, by the way. This is 13 minutes of this
to actually get to the point where you talk about nerd culture.
The rise of Adolf Hitler and why Sonya in the Black community might be getting discriminated against.
We are finally here. Let's take everything we went over and see if we can at last answer why Black cosplayers get bullied out of the hobby.
Okay, so
notice how there's no likes on any of these.
I think these are all Instagram.
They are.
Okay, so they are Instagram. So the thing, because I have Instagram, a lot of these comments, you have to scroll all the way down to the hidden section because you can hide comments or Instagram manually hides them.
This is a Black man on the bottom one here. It says Rosa N-word greater than Rosalina. This is unironically a Black dude that's simping for her, and you included this on the racism thing.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of these okay. So the thing also is that a lot of these profiles, most of them have their profile privated. They're all bots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them, like some of them we'll can tell like some of them are real because
I know that SpongeBob one was real.
Oh, so this was something me and Kendra talked about during the cosplay thing, was a lot of Black cosplayers have the issue of specifically labeling themselves Black cosplayer. Look at the bottom corner here, at Black Princess Peach. You invite these people to your space
because they're literally looking for you. Like they're on the prowl, they're on the hunt for you specifically. So if you just don't do it, they're not going to find you.
Yeah.
But if you add the Black hashtag, they're not coming after you because you're a cosplayer. They're already racist. They're just looking for a new target.
So dumb.
And they want to see you cry. That's it.
Why Black VTubers get called monkey so often you'd think they're beefing with Frieza.
Bad example.
I'm sorry, I read that.
She's not. You can't tell me you're involved with the anime community on any level and don't know who Gura is.
Well,
this
he's
is not an
gonna bring
actual
up
black
Gura.
VTuber, you fucking dumbass.
Well, you see, it's not that Gura is black, but they shaded her and called her Nigura.
My annoyance is the fact that that's a real person's model.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up.
And thank you, Internet Zen Master, for the super reminder that one of the earliest famous black cosplayers that I remember was an image of a black Inuyasha cosplayer, and it was pre-2010, no less.
No, because they've always been around and existed. You're right, but it's also like they're, like I said, it's like I said, Black Princess Peach. You've shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah,
especially nowadays.
You should have just came up with a creative name for yourself.
Yeah, like Black Princess Peach. At the end of the day, is not really like you can have it as a name. It's not, but when you're like growing and trying to be more professional, or you could probably just be doing it for fun. Who knows? But like, you gotta have more creative name than that.
There's a black cosplayer I see all the time on. Like, I don't care, I don't follow them, but like I see them and I'm like, oh, cool. And I remember people were screaming, I can't believe they did like this character was black. I'm like, brother, there was one person was one guying this. There was one guying them.
Yeah.
and
they were big too.
Yasuke caused the Twitter weebs to have a full-on meltdown. Not only are fascist
You genuinely don't understand what the controversy was with Yasuke.
and nationalist
Most of these people don't understand the controversy with Yasuke. They just think, well, white people have a problem, and then look into none of the research. Because again, how do you not know? Because it's always like, well, you just don't like black people, and it's like, no. We should probably talk to like actual Asian people. And some Asian fans didn't care because there were Asian people like talking about it, but they were like, wait, they also did this? What?
Yeah.
Like they were still commenting about it. They were commenting enough about it for it to reach the government.
Exactly.
They just kept trying to be like, first it's like Assassin's Creed didn't care about accuracy, and then it was, well, they do care about accuracy, and then it was, well, Japanese people aren't going to care about your opinion, and then it was, well, Japanese people shouldn't care about the opinion until it reached the government, and then everybody just stopped talking.
I hate
have
you.
them baked into the fabric of our society. They have reached the point where anything not fitting into their rigid structure is labeled by gatekeeping purists as, well, impure. Nerd culture.
It's labeled as DEI because it's actual DEI, you dumbass.
First
I hate.
Scroll down. There is no way. No, I didn't mean in the video. Was it like if you scroll down, because he's purposely cutting this stuff off.
Of course he is.
What am I scrolling down to?
It was talking about the username for Master Chief CEO. I'm like, first off, I could tell by that profile picture alone, that thing didn't get more than like 50, 10 likes even.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You're just making.
I say this as like, I have a decent sized following. I fight sometimes for like 100 likes.
Yeah. Thank you, Soul King, for the super. All this moaning and groaning about hate towards the black community, all the while blissfully ignorant of a little movie called Secret Society of Magical Negroes and its abhorrent rhetoric. That movie was kind of shit, by the way. Me and Dama and I think Atari watched it.
I've watched that movie. It's not good at all.
Yeah, it just sucked.
It wasn't even like funny and like it was just so racist they don't get it.
Yeah.
Also, I want to point out the reason why I hate people talk about DEI. Like, no, there's a reason why people dislike the actual use of DEI versus, because like there's a difference. I think I saw a video about it today, or someone posted about this today on Twitter. Like,
also, I see this is Marvel's Ironheart over here. You realize everybody called Riri, whatever her name's like, literally it's Riri something. Called her woke DEI trash because her entire story is based around her trying to be an oppressed woman while also stealing Tony Stark's shit.
Also, we gotta talk about the Hades 2 thing. Well, I remember when this came out. Do you know about this?
There was a lot
the
that came out with
Hades
Hades too. You're gonna need to narrow
There's
it
a
down.
lot.
So basically, people were calling out like, "Hey, you changed the character designs of these characters." Like people were bringing up like actual concerns, being like, "Hey, so it's kind of weird that you took the Greek mythology and you diversified the Greek mythology because it's about the Greek people." And
Yeah,
they're
like-
like, "Well,
Hestia is now a black woman with vitiligo.
That one was cringe.
Yeah, Hermes is now some like Asian
Asian.
twink. Aphrodite is now like literally half man.
like it's just like, okay, this would have made sense if it was like based on like actual. It's like, well, you can the Greeks are supposed to be the Greek gods were supposed to be about people. It's supposed to be about just humanity, and it's like, okay, but
Here you go,
There's
chat.
no
I'll
Asian
pop it
gods.
up for those of you who have not seen Hestia before in Hades 2.
I know people disliked in Hades 1 that Athena was black, but I think she still looked Greek enough, so it was fine. My issue with Hestia is literally the vitiligo. I don't care about her skin is like ash. I don't mind that, but it's literally the vitiligo is so cringe.
Yeah, the vitiligo makes it look weird.
The vitiligo is what makes it bad. I'm like, I don't like it.
it's and then what is it? And then people on both sides tried to beef with which Hestia was better.
I mean, the annoying part about, I mean, they're both whatever, because the Hestia from the anime is like, well, yeah, and most people have only seen the animes, they've only seen initial Hestia. The later Hestia versions look like proper Hestia. It's like he looked like Hestia later on.
And then people stopped talking about Hades 2 until it showed up randomly at an award show.
The thing about, I feel like Hades 2 is somehow worse than Hades 1.
Considering that nobody talks about it outside of the animation. Yeah.
Thank you, Internet Zen, for the 5. Imagine how big the backlash against Ubisoft would have been if the auto-translate between Japan and America existed during the AC Shadows controversy.
Oh my god.
And then thank you, Soul Knight, for the super. Also, WoW, been promoted from Soul Knight to Soul King. I'm so humbled by your grace. It showed up as KNIG, and it just, my mind defaulted to King. It just...
King shit.
I will say, the Assassin's Creed Shadows thing actually did branch out into Japan enough for them to find out about the Yasuke book and have the government, like, personally decry the guy that made it.
Yep.
It got at least that big.
And then also call out, like, hey, why are you able to destroy, like, actual, like, sacred shrine stuff? To the point where Ubisoft had to patch out the fact that you could destroy the sacred shrine stuff.
The only part they never commented on was Yasuke cucking Oda, which they probably just didn't play far enough to see that.
I mean, considering that you have to sit through a 20-minute cutscene in the opening, I wouldn't play it either.
Exactly. Ugh.
Because imagine having a 20-minute cutscene. Like, bro.
My favorite 20-minute cutscene is from Indigo Prophecy.
By the way,
David Cage comes out and tells you to play the game.
He shows this the Moses Ingram thing. People tried to look up like where the actual hate messages were. She got like one hate message on Instagram and then immediately shut it down. Like she did not get racist messages. She got like a message and then immediately caved and dipped.
I'm curious when I say this, when you look into like all these Hollywood articles that be like, yeah, that's the racist message. Most of them are from Instagram because you can literally, there are so many bots on Instagram where you can just hide them. You have to scroll so far to even just go hit the hidden messages button.
Yeah.
Like it's that far down, especially like I have it, but imagine someone with like 1 million followers like she does. Of course, it's going to take a while to do that. It's crazy.
Did you know who Oda was, right? Chances are Oda buck broke Yasuke.
labeled by gatekeeping purists as, well, impure. Nerd culture fears black people for the same reason mixed race couples are such a huge deal, or for the same reason a black woman making a country.
Stop! Oh my! The mixed race couples are only a problem to you. They aren't a problem to other people.
No, they are. No. The thing is that everybody has an issue with. Here's the thing: if you look in other races, some of them literally do have a problem with mixed race couples.
No, I know.
The issue is the fact that some black people like to pretend there isn't issues with mixed race couples, while also being really racist to mixed race couples.
Yeah,
I have a walking experience in my life with this. Oh no, this is like a real thing. Like throughout like, a good chunk of my childhood, it's just God. I really wish my parents are white and black. I'd sure love having to deal with this shit for my entire life.
Albums turn so many heads. Black people in nerd culture does not promote hegemony. It doesn't play by the binary. Cultural fusion is the ultimate destruction of the fascist worldview. Progress has been made, but
the thing is, we don't want your culture fused into it. We don't want white culture fused into it either. We want it to stay what it was because its unique form is what we enjoyed about it.
I know he's not claiming anime in this situation, right?
He's talking about nerd culture in general, but he mostly talks about anime, which inherently means we're just talking about anime, ultimately.
Yeah, we want Japanese things to be Japanese. We don't mind, we don't mind Japanese culture leaking into like vice versa. That just happens because, you go into each other. But there's a difference between, here's this historical black thing. I mean, Japanese thing. Why is Yasuke there?
Yeah.
Well, do you know the reason why they added Yasuke into the game in the first place?
I'm sure I've heard it, but go ahead.
Because of George Floyd.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
They literally, because they were gonna make it, and they were like, I think if we add Yasuke, because of the rising tensions of George Floyd, it'll make people it'll connect people.
I hate life. I hate it.
Our society still has not.
See, mostly anime in here, and then we have the fucking Netflix.
It's not even anime. It's not even anime.
I think you're right. Netflix. I think that is just more the Netflix Castlevania.
That's just that's Netflix Castlevania. 2 of those images are just straight up Netflix Castlevania.
The hegemonic belief that one type of person belongs over here and the other belongs over there.
That's not the problem.
Unironically, the guy who made this video does belong at the other water fountain. It's not because you're most likely black, even though I've never seen you before. It's because you fucking suck. And I don't want you anywhere near my beautiful anime water fountain. I want it to stay nice and clean and untainted by your bullshit.
No, here's the thing, guys. Sinners was a good movie. It's the real controversy of Sinners was the fact that people went into Sinners and then got shocked that a movie called Sinners did sinner things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm not kidding. There's literally like a video of a woman who literally was like, I walked into Sinners and I didn't realize it was a horror
movie. Yeah.
Bare minimum research, by the way.
Thank you, Soul Knight, for the super. No, it's official now. The Mermaid Lolly has made me King of Souls. Praise Soul Kang in sheet. And Internet Zen, thank you for the super. Okay, I have to comment as a white guy here. The loudest discontent hostility toward mixed race couples I have seen comes from blacks more than whites.
Yeah.
Kendra, we're putting Mizu in the colored fountain, right? We're taking the white one, right?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Sorry, we're keeping up against you.
I'm more articulate because you're Southern.
And I'm autistic.
Black person, your existence is political.
And I'm Roy.
As a black nerd, your inclusion is controversial. It literally punk rock. It is anti-conservative.
Can we pause this for a second? I want to point that.
Can y'all stop calling shit punk rock? You don't know what punk rock is.
I want to point out
the guy in the last video did it too.
All these people here, or I don't know about the guy with the suit there because he's wearing full armor, but all these people are black, having fun, all anime. No one gives a shit except other black people. Literally no one else cares. I'm sorry. Literally no one else cares.
The only one
gay.
The only people who will care are other black people who don't understand nerd culture. It's like, isn't this kind of kitty? Which goes into like a completely other conversation about how if it looks like fun and whimsy, the older generation, especially
Hate
black
it.
generation, will be like, you need to be more mature and adult.
Yeah, it's a problem.
It's so dumb.
Like these people are just out here having fun.
Yeah.
That's A-Train, by the way. That man dressed him as A-Train. I want to point that out. Not the best choice, bro. Not your best choice.
It could have been worse. It could have been the white A-Train from the comics.
Controversial.
True.
It is punk rock. It is.
Although I've
This one actually surprises me because you never see people cosplay the other zombie girl from Soul Eater.
Yeah.
The other
She's
zombie
really good.
from Soul Eater.
I think this is just
Remember when the
old
teacher
enough-
becomes a zombie in like the first or second episode?
Yeah, and there's another zombie girl, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if
didn't make
she's
it
technically
far.
a zombie, but she's always paired with him, and it's never like specifically stated if she is or isn't. So I just kind of assume she is.
She's the nurse. She's the nurse, right?
She might be.
I
Like,
think
because
she
she's
was at
always got her
first.
face completely covered in bandages. I just kind of assumed that, like, the teacher, she was also a zombie.
Yeah.
Not a zombie.
Or
I mean,
like, you know,
fair.
or they're just vibing with the same dress style to be in sync more.
Yeah, the one who's all wrapped up. I'm 99% sure that's her from Soul Eater, which I just like it because I never see like that her cosplayed.
Yeah, she's a good character.
Then again,
Look
you
at all
also
these
never
people
really see
having
Sid
fun.
cosplayed, but then again, Sid mostly wears normal clothes, except for like
Well,
the
a lot
one
of Soul
scene where
Eater-
he's in like military uniform.
I mean, most of the Soul Eater characters wear like just whatever clothes except for their one specific uniform.
Yeah, but you would know if it was like Kid or Black Star or Maka.
Yeah,
I mean,
It's just if
I
you saw
think-
somebody
okay,
dressed up as Sid, you would never guess it was Sid. You could give like a bajillion
But
guesses.
you've seen, well, that's my point. Because Black Star and their combat outfits are different than their regular. Because Maka's combat outfit is literally like the uniform, right? But even then, there's enough images of Maka in the manga and anime of her wearing regular clothes. They all do. They all wear regular clothes.
Yeah,
I think Fire Force does that a bit different, where they're more in uniform way more often.
Yeah.
Anti-conservative. And you know what? That's kind of odd.
I'm sorry, I gotta go back. Where were we at with anti-conservative?
So I don't remember. I was too busy enjoying the fact there's a single white guy as a sniper from TF2 enjoying
But
the
they're-
entire party.
They're punk rock. They're anti-conservative.
Yeah, they're punk rock. Right.
Perhaps heard that as a black person, your existence is political. Well, as a black nerd, your inclusion is controversial. It is
Literally
punk
isn't.
rock. It is anti-conservative. And
There's like a white guy in that crowd, by the way.
There's a bunch of white people in that crowd I started noticing.
As a black
No, Black Star
nerd, you're
does.
inherently anti-conservative. I can feel the fucking Joe Biden clip.
Sorry, guys. As a black nerd myself, I am anti-conservative by default. I'm sorry. I'll see myself out.
you know what? That's kind of awesome.
You would show
Thanks for making it
Miles.
to the end of the video.
You would fucking end it on Yasuke, you bitch.
It's funny.
Get the fuck
that
out of my community.
He could have brought up the fact that Miles Morales' only claim to fame is the fact that he's Black Spider-Man. And that's not exactly the fans' fault. I mean, they do only love that because of him, but it's the writer's fault. And 95% of this is because of people not understanding writing.
So,
Listen to me. I hate it.
yeah, that's another thing, Chad. Everybody's always like, oh, it's punk rock. Do you know what punk rock means?
No, because we like punk without the punk.
It was like the guy we had last week who was like, oh, Nazi punks, fuck off. Did you ever see the original punks, bro? Walking around in like Nazi armbands all the time. The whole point of being punk rock was to piss people off. And the fact that your idea of punk rock is being as conformist as humanly possible is just so stupid.
Hey, I just opened my fortune cookie.
And what was in your fortune cookie?
Your luck will shine in personal relationships.
Oh, you know that's
I
a
feel
lie.
like it is. But you guys are right here. I'm at least surrounded by my one black friend and my one white friend. It's high school all over again.
This entire, I don't even know.
Anyways,
anymore.
chat, next week we're probably talking about Sword Art Online. Me and Kendra are going to rant about it. It's not going to be replying to a video. We're just going to be like ranting about it because we're crazy.
We just gonna talk. We just gonna be corny and talk about anime because we need a break from all the videos. We need a break to just talk about the topic of the week. And as you all know about the anime community, something's bound to pop up and start.
Hi, Dom. It's Dom. Look, it's Dom. We love Dom.
Hi, Dom.
So I want to point out, they're talking about that, but Kendra and I are hanging out with Morgie talking about art, and I'm gonna drop really hot take art questions on them all night.
Fair.
I have a list.
Mizu wants to rant about SAO. I do, because people keep sending me fucking messages about like, oh, SAO is actually really overhated. It's actually a really good anime. You should watch it. Now, shut the fuck up.
You're not convincing me otherwise.
It deserves the hate it gets.
It was a bad work. Listen, even the author admits, like, his earlier work was not good. If the author admits that his earlier work isn't good, you being a pseudo-intellectual isn't going to change my mind either.
But chat, we're going to raid you out for the night, and I hope you all have a good night. We have movie night tomorrow, and then sometime this week there's a couple other videos I want to go over and talk about that just don't fit on anime audits, and I will see if any of my friends want to join along.
Chat, 50 more subs on YouTube when we're there. The shot collar will be in effect.
Anyways, night everybody. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Johnny.